First time shooting this off, but we got Matt Peck here. Everybody knows Peck and Big Dave from CHGO. We're going to be talking about their expectations for the rest of the season. The Giddy graphic, the infamous Giddy graphic posted by Peck today, and
I
a
didn't
couple more
post it.
fun
I quote
topics.
tweeted it.
This is fair. This is fair. Don't let them hear that though. You can't do anything, Peck. You can't exist without criticism. So this will be a fun one.
Guilty, Michael. Thank you so much for the
First of
invite.
all,
Pleasure to be here with y'all. Like,
Absolutely.
wonderful. Love what both you guys are doing for the Bulls fan community right now in your various spaces. Michael, we go way back, man. Like you, me, and Big Dave were talking about like, ooh, Wayne Selden Jr. had a pretty decent game last night in those NBC offices.
I will always remember the Walt Lemon Jr. days. No one can take them away from me.
Oh.
I will say that. But yeah, I go way back to before when you guys were a name that I'm not even sure I can say anymore. But I go way back. You guys, we've been together for a long time. So excited to have you guys on today. We got 15 games I think or so left in the Bulls season. So
67 down, baby. 67 down.
It's been a long season.
Yeah.
damn, Guilty. I'm gonna need you to be a little more excited on the Sunday, brother. Come on, man.
Hey, I am. Look, I got my
It's a
Sunday
long
outfit on. I'm
season.
going out to
It's
dinner
hitting him
after
in the
this,
chest,
man.
bro. Come on, baby.
he only
It's the
doesn't have his
fans.
usual enthusiasm from setting everything up. He calls himself a co-host. He is
Okay.
He is main host. I'm
Okay.
just along
All right.
for the ride. So he's like, "Hey, Michael, I clicked this button, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, all good, all good." So Guilty's over here hosting. I'm very
I
happy
see him with
to have him back.
I
Thank
see him
you,
with the LL Cool J Hate Lover chain on. I
You
see
feel
what
me,
happened.
man? Yeah, it's
He's
from
doing
my
his
girl,
thing,
man. We got the matching chains. No, it's not even really the
Yes,
Bulls
sir.
that have
Yes,
me
sir.
stressed out. It's more so the fans. Like we already got Undisputed in here. Hello, Undisputed, my
Okay.
good friend.
Oh, my favorite.
We got Undisputed coming in here, calling Peck goddamn Peckerhead already. So
Oh,
we
first
we
time
we
I've
started
heard
off.
that one in my life.
Peck's
What a
number
great,
one stalker.
what a
That's my
great
guy,
bird.
baby. Shut up.
Undisputed is something
Yeah,
else,
man.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it hurt
I
more
wish
when
I
I
could
was
see the
getting called
comments,
that in
but it's
second
all
grade.
good.
Try something else.
What'd you say, Peck?
I said that one hurt more when I was getting called that in second grade. Might want to be a bit more creative with your name calling.
You have no idea,
Oh,
man.
man.
So I think before we get into any actual
Hey,
topics, it's
Guilty,
only
y'all
right
got Guilty
if
down, baby. Come on.
we got to start off. Peck, I want you to say one nice thing about the Chicago Bulls.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, y'all cut out for a sec. Sorry, what'd you say, Michael?
figure.
No, I get it. Yeah, you're gonna pretend you couldn't hear me. I want you to say one nice
Oh, it
thing.
cut out.
It literally just cut out again when you said I want you to say one nice thing about, and then you cut out.
That's a sign from the gods, I believe.
Chicago
What he said
Bulls.
is, yeah, he wants you to say one nice thing about the Chicago Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls.
The current Chicago. No. The current Chicago Bulls.
Good disclaimer.
Don't give them an out. The current Chicago
Nice thing
Bulls.
about the current Chicago Bulls, they have insanely loyal, rabid fans. That's why we're all here talking right now.
There you
This
go.
is true.
The current organization, I'm
There
not
it
giving
is.
them any credit for what's going on
They
right
don't
now.
deserve it. Yeah, thank you.
They
don't
are
deserve
lost in a boat
about
with
the
8
roster?
holes in it, in the middle of a dark ocean. Like, are you kidding me? No.
it. I agree.
I mean, close enough.
What
But
about the
I'll
roster? Say something nice about the roster.
yeah, say something.
I believe in mods.
That's fair.
There it
That's
is.
fair.
I set him up. He knocked
That's
him
fair.
down, baby.
All right. Well, I think talking about Modest is a good jumping off point. So these last 15 or so games of the season, what are you guys actually like looking for? Like, obviously, I know you will be watching the games, but what are you just literally waiting for the end, or what are we looking for here?
Dave?
I mean, I'm looking at the young guys. I would say, well, first and foremost, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 starts with Modest. And just want to see him continue to develop and continue to grow and continue to get better and be more comfortable in his game. I want to see something different from him every game, whether it's him going 10 for 10 from the free throw line, whether it's him grabbing 15 rebounds, whether it's him having 8 assists, whether it's him scoring 40 again, whether it's him going 0 for 12 from the three-point line. Like, I don't care. I just want new things every game, from Modest Zealous so we can continue to watch his growth. I want to see Giddy, and this is a new one for me. I want to see Giddy get better as a facilitator because the few games I've watched, in this West Coast game, I've really been impressed by his facilitating. And I think he's gotten so much better at it as far as, where guys need to be, where guys need to go, understanding what guys are. Like he had to understand Nick Richards is not Nikola Vucevic, so he should never touch the ball, free throw line extended, or near the 3-point line.
Hey,
It's
he's
all
a
pick and
three-point
roll,
shooter
pick
now,
and pop,
Dave.
or
Nick
cutting to the
Richards,
bucket.
3-point shooter.
He is, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Give me the pick and pop where you could give it to him and he could shoot it. But Giddey was giving it to him and was like, "Oh, you're gonna create now, right?" And he's like, "What? No, that's not how I do, man. Turnover." So, but no, I like how him and Nick Richards are figuring each other out. I've really been enjoying his facilitating and watching him, control the team. And I think it's gotten really better these past few games.
Yes.
We can argue about if it's March or anything like that. But I just know I'm looking at the straight facilitation of what he's doing out there, and I've liked it. Like even in the last game, just the 10 assists and the 2 turnovers that he had. I was like, okay, I'm watching. He had 17 the other game. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's not just a phoned in kind of thing. He's really looking like he's controlling certain quarters of the game with his facilitation, and I like that. So I want to see more of that stuff. And of course, I want to see Yuki. I want to see Yuki every single day of my life out there on the court playing for the Chicago Bulls. Give that young man an opportunity to get out there and showcase, period. Like, give the people what they want. Let me see Yuki do some things on the floor, man. So those are the things I think I'm excited for the most. Like the overall young guys who still need to develop. Yeah, I'm looking at Dillingham. Yeah, I'm looking at that stuff. But those two things, like Modest, Yuki and Giddey, those are the 3 I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
I mean, Dave, if Yuki can't get on the floor when Simons is hurt, Sexton is hurt, Ivy is hurt, like, no, we got to play Josh and Trey Jones 40 minutes apiece, man. Yuki can't see any minutes on the floor. I think seeing what you have in Dillingham is more important. I know you got a soft spot for Yuki, and I got no problems with that because, honestly, he's fun to watch. When he's out there on the floor. I mean, in that, what was it the Lakers game? When he had that pull-up 3 over LeBron and then that awesome, fast break off the backboard lob to Modest in the span of like 90 seconds. That was great. It was wildly entertaining, and I think that's part of what Bulls fans are looking for over this final stretch of games where we know, hey, wins aren't in the team's best interest, so can we be entertained while hopefully watching games that result in L's?
While watching full ass.
Exactly. But I would agree with what Dave said as far as what he wants to see from Modest down this final stretch. And, I know he, kind of finished the West Coast trip with a dud in that game against the Clippers. I think he finished with, 18? Not a very efficient night from him shooting from the floor. But even still with that, I think 6 of his last 8 games in this recent stretch, he's scored 20-plus, and you got a 40-point game and a 30-point game mixed in there. I'm very encouraged by what we're seeing from Modest as far as the ways in which he's scoring on the floor. Sometimes he's a beneficiary of just making really great off-ball movements because Josh or Trey or somebody's finding him making good, timely cuts. I'm cool with that. But what gets me more excited is when you see on-ball creation that Modest does himself, whether in half court, taking a DHO, or in transition, or when he gets a one-on-one matchup that he likes and gets to the basket. I mean, that step through Euro that he had in that Clippers game that he finished with that finger roll in the first half, that was freaking beautiful. And he's shooting confidently. He might not have an efficient shooting night, behind the arc every night, but he's shooting confidently. That's what matters to me.
Yes.
So when you talk about this final stretch and moving into next season, it's all about Modest having that confidence. And then on the defensive end, look, did we watch him get cooked by Luka several times the other night? Yeah. Honestly, as somebody who respects NBA greatness, it was kind of fun to watch. It was fun to watch with them jawing back and forth at each other. But I also saw Modest play some respectable defense on a handful of possessions, whether, Luka, he forced LeBron into a difficult shot on one possession that I can recall. So, I want Modest to be failing also, especially on the defensive end where you're trying to see how versatile of a defensive player can he grow into in his NBA career on the perimeter and inside. Can he add strength to guard bigger, stronger guys? Can he develop the lateral quickness to guard, quicker guys around the perimeter in one-on-one situations? But whenever he fails, I'm like, great, there's a learning experience for Modest. That he needs that right now. Yes. So Billy, when he makes those mistakes, whenever the next timeout is, you can tell him about it during that timeout. Don't you dare take him off the floor ever freaking again.
I hope that's not too loud in the camera, but if it is, louder for the people in the back. Good development. Grow through the mistakes, man. Like grow, let the guy grow through. He's a kid. I think I was watching your guys' pod, Big Dave, and you talked about that as well. I think you said like you were teaching your kid, I think it was your nephew, that you told him that exact thing, that you got to grow through the mistakes and you want to see him grow out there and learn through failing. You learn how to win through losing.
Yeah.
You know, and people are so quick to say, like, if he makes one mistake, oh, he needs to go sit down because that's a bad shot. Good. Let him see why it's a bad shot.
Yeah, you make a great point, which is
when you were just saying this is your first time doing this, I said to you, good. Like
exactly, yes.
It's your first time, great.
Thank you. Throw me in the fire.
Doing it. Go ahead, Mike.
I got some good guys around me for the first time too. I appreciate you guys, seriously.
No, you guys are all good. I was going to say, you hit the nail on the head, which is pretty much Matas. I don't think he can ever be the guy in terms of here's your number one scoring option on the team. But you don't know if he can ever be the guy unless you give him a chance to be the guy. Yes. So been very encouraged in March. I think Matas, let's just say, he's taking around 12 shots a game. In March, that's around like 16. He's taking about 6 threes a game. In March, that's just over 9 threes a game. So Billy is allowing Matas to sort of explore the levels of his on-ball creation. The same thing with Giddey, who we know is always going to have a high usage. But yeah, I'm mostly concerned with Matas and Giddey, how they look as cornerstone pieces, and then how everyone else fits around them. Because if you're talking about bringing another high-level talent in here, you want to see what are you looking for in terms of skill set to work next to Matas and Giddey. So I don't really care about Matas taking mid-range shots. That's a very big debate that people get into. In his 41-point game, he took 15 threes. 15 threes. That's modern basketball. Sometimes you're going to take 15 threes. Sometimes you're going to make 5 of them. Sometimes you're going to get 11 and make a lot of Kobe Bryant fans mad. It just depends what type of night you're having. So I think this is very good that we're seeing Matas be allowed to explore the depths of his game. It's incredible the assist numbers we're seeing Giddey put up with a roster of players that I think conservatively we wouldn't call shot makers. So I think he deserves a lot more credit than he's getting for these assists. The rebounds, it is what it is. It's a way for him to contribute on defense. But Giddey and Matas are wildly impressive. I agree with you guys. It's all about them. I do just want to make one small mention of Leonard Miller, just because I cared so little about this kid in the trade, thought of him as an afterthought. If he wasn't good enough for Minnesota and Chris Finch, I wasn't concerned with him. But in one of the games I covered in person, I believe it was against the Hornets, he only played 5 minutes. But just seeing that kid, I was like, I didn't realize he was a legit 6'10". Like, he makes a lot of guys look small. The way Billy likes to play guys, there's, times next season where I can maybe see a Matas, Leonard Miller, Giddey, Noah Singay. Like, he might get really crazy with it, and you might be undersized. But when we're playing small ball with 3 6'10" guys, it's a little bit different than having Trey Jones, Giddey, Colin Sexton. So I think I'm starting to see a vision, which is the most credit I can really give AK, which is put a bunch of 6'10" guys who can guard around Giddey and let's see what happens. So that's what's most important for me, to see how Miller and some of these other pieces keep working with Matas and Giddey.
Well, and Michael, don't beat yourself up, man, about immediately thinking that Leonard Miller was just a throw-in afterthought of that trade, because I'm gonna go out on a limb and venture that that's exactly what AK thought too. Like, I'm not leaping out of my chair to give AK credit for finding the hidden gem that we all are starting to think could be one Leonard Miller. But it's nice that he showed up, because, my God, this team needs any talent it can get.
It does.
No, he fell ass backwards into Leonard Miller. Like, we all know it. Like, that's exactly what happened. He fell ass backwards into him. He pulled a Kramer, and he walked away with Leonard Miller. And, again, you were just looking for somebody that had energy and wasn't, pure ass like Patrick is. You're like, okay, well, give me somebody that can do that. So he could have, Leonard Miller could have done half of what he's doing right now, and we still would be like, yeah, play Leonard Miller right now over what we're seeing, from anybody on the team.
Question, Big Dave. So Hayes is in the comments. Like, we had a discussion in the group the Discord earlier about Mr. Patrick Williams. So my little brother Luke Kurtz, he is the Patrick Williams advocator. I mean, that man defends. He's in law school, so I think he's getting a lot of practice for being a lawyer and a defense attorney. Defending Patrick. Do you think that there is still a road to being a valuable player for Patrick Williams, or do you think like he's just done?
Sure. There's a road and it leads him right out of Chicago.
Damn it.
There's absolutely a road. Like, get out. Like, get in this van and you can leave. It's been 6 years, man. Like, and what's sad about it is we've just seen regression upon regression upon regression upon regression from it. And I think that's what's most disappointing. And it's sad that I can already know exactly what you're going to do when you get on the floor. And, like immediately. And you never feel him when he's out there. He always disappears. Goat always like to tell me, yeah, it's the defense as to why he's out there. But I continually watch him get cooked doing that too. So it's like, I just don't, I get, because it's frustrating because you just look at the size. And I've said this for years about him. You put up a silhouette of him, people would say that's what an NBA player looks like. Like, because he's got everything you're looking for as far as an NBA player. And he's 3-and-D with the three-point shot, all that stuff. But nothing has clicked. Nothing has come to fruition. The man doesn't grab rebounds like that. He doesn't score points like that. Go look at his field goal percentage this year. Go look at the three-point percentage this year. Like, all of them are down, like terribly down. And he still is getting in there for 20 minutes a game. The minutes should be 5 or 6 now. Like, that's where we're at with this. Like, so if he grows and, becomes something, I don't think it's going to be here. I think if he leaves and gets another opportunity, we'll see. But here, I don't think it's going to happen because it's had so much time to do it. Look, man, I know more Patrick Williams stats, sadly, than most because I've just gone and looked up stuff because I couldn't believe the things I have been seeing from him. Like, you ain't had a double-double since 2024. It's crazy. But
what was the other one, Dave, that we were talking about?
It's mind-blowing
sometimes. Is that he had 3 double-doubles his rookie year, and he's had 3 double-doubles his rookie year. Total.
That's P. Will?
Correct. Yeah. Correct. I went and looked that up, Mike, and it blew my mind when I was looking at it.
Incredible.
In the sense of now I laugh at it. When I sit there and look, yes, Mike, yes. Exactly.
So
incredible.
I want to do something funny.
Friend.
I'm going to compare Patrick Williams to Zion Williamson because everyone knows I'm a huge Zion fan.
This is true.
And when you're getting rebounds at that rate, and I can look at you physically, see your size, it's one of the few things where the numbers tell you exactly what's happening. You don't want the rebounds. you don't want them. You just go get them. You got guys out there. Leonard Miller hasn't played all year. Go out there, get your 6 boards, get your 8 boards. Had his first double-double within his first, I think, 6 games of being a rotation player. If you're physically talented like that, I'm not asking you to be prime Moses Malone. Just go get the ball off the rim. And Patrick Williams, I think it's over for him being a starter in Chicago. It's not over for him being an impact rotation player to me, or even as much as a 6 man. It's just he has to stop overthinking it. Like
Mike.
dribbling. Look, you're a low usage guy, right? You're a low usage guy. No more dribbling it off your foot. No more turnovers. You don't get that many possessions. You don't get.
Do you hear what we're saying? Do you hear what we're saying, Mike? You're saying
and we're talking about a top 5
and then saying he could be a 6 man.
And we're talking about a former
though.
top 5 pick in the draft. But I'm just saying there is some hope. But it's all on Patrick, which is just you got to do like Leonard Miller. Like, again, it's not a 1-to-1 comparison. You get an open 3, guess what you do? You shoot it. You don't take 1 dribble pull up. You don't take a 2 dribble pull up. You don't do your jab step just shoot it. You get an open 3, you shoot it. You get an opportunity to set a pick, you set it. You get an opportunity to box out, you box out. And, we're talking about an NBA basketball player. So as you said, Billy's like, I'm not even telling you this. To do this. But the weird thing about it is he can just start to do it one day. Like Zion Williamson found out that his contract, how much money he gets guaranteed, is about how many games he played. And guess what he started doing? He started playing some basketball games. So maybe the Bulls should look at that. Maybe Patrick Williams should have a rebound incentive in his deal. I don't know, but I'm saying
Zion has been an all-star in this league, Mike. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying Patrick Williams could be an all-star. I'm saying the guy can grab 5 rebounds a game if he really put his mind to it.
I tell you what, man.
Go ahead, Matt. Matt, you got it.
When AK signed that ridiculous extension.
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't even mention the contract.
And we were reacting to it on our show. I at least tried to make the devil's advocate argument. Not that I necessarily believed it, but look, if Pat could even get back to the best version of him that we've seen in his young NBA career, where he's a quality defender who can willingly and adequately take on some of the most difficult defensive assignments on a nightly basis, and just be a fourth or fifth usage guy on the floor who can knock down open threes, those role players today, based on NBA salary cap and contracts, that could still be a not terrible contract if he's just that level of useful for this team. Not great, but not a terrible contract if he's that level of useful. And then he came out and had like his worst season ever. And then he said, wait, I got one more for you. I'm going to be even worse this season. Like, how many different dudes who are under 6'6" has he lost his job to as a starting forward on this team? Because it's a long list.
A lot.
I'm 6 man?
A lot, yes.
You called him an NBA player. I think at this point that's generous. I don't know what Cristiano Felicio is up to right now, but he and P. Will should go like surf together or something. Like, this dude is unusable. Unusable. And it's not like personal hatred. Like, dude, Dave and I were talking about his potential earlier in his career. We believed in him. Shout out Tyra Banks. Like, we wanted Pat to be good, but at a certain point, you get to where there is enough evidence, a large enough sample size, a body of work where you're like, yo, man, I don't know what's broken in this dude's head, but he is not a basketball player. He's not.
It gets to a point where I think we've all forgot about Pat. We don't even remember he's on the team, and then boom. There's your whatever is a good season for Pat. Your 10 points a game and 45% from three and a little bit of defense, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, remember that guy? He's the 8th man or something. Hey, I'm just saying best case scenario, there's a rotation forward there. There's a spot for him on the team. Now, the contract is insane.
They wave and stretch his bum ass. That's the best case scenario.
Damn it, man. My boy Kurt is going to hate to hear this. We had Hayes in there, schooling him trying to school him on everything that you guys have said today. I'm with Mike, man. I just think that I don't need certain numbers out of him. I don't need a certain statistical output from him. I think if he's just able to go out there and give me good minutes, because like I said in the court earlier, if you get to a point where your roster is constructed well enough that P. Will is your end of the bench wing, then you're in good shape. So if we have a guy like Patrick coming off the bench instead of Dalen Terry or instead of Julian Phillips, that means that we have better wings ahead of him, taking the minutes that he usually would get. So if P. Will is your end of the bench wing, I think you're in really good shape because he's going to give you on any given night some good 3-point production. He's going to give you some solid defense, nothing crazy, but he gives you solid play. Like I think there are worse guys to have out there than P. Will. Now, as Justin said in the chat,
I don't.
The difference
I don't at all. I don't at all.
Yeah, I think it's because of the expectations. I think it's because of where he got drafted. But, like, if we take all that out of perspective and the contract, but if we just take all that out of perspective and then you just look at him, the player, and just let's put him in the shoes that he got drafted in the second round, I think we view him differently. I think we just view him negatively because
I view him differently in the sense of he wouldn't be on this team. Like, that's how I view him in that sense. If he was a second round guy, he wouldn't be here. He's only here because he's AK's first ever draft pick. He's only here because of AK and that contract, and he paid him that money. He's not good. And I don't like saying this stuff, but he's not. I was advocating hard for this dude from season 2 to about this season. This is the first season I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, he continues to show you that it ain't it. I don't know how that stuff just turns on. And even listening to how you're saying and putting it, Guilty, and I like how you're putting it and piecing it together. But I think what you're saying is if I have to construct a team around how ass this dude is because we can't play, then we have a problem. Then it's an absolute problem. Like, bro, he's full organic, great ass, bro. Full organic ass. Not a half, not a third, none of it. Full, like planted, farm to table ass.
Planted, farm to table ass. It is trash, bro.
I also think
it's terrible, Guilty. It's just bad.
If you're trying to figure out the best place for Patrick Williams to be on a decent NBA team and it's break glass in case of emergency end of bench guy, let's also remember that AK, if he's still the one making decisions for the foreseeable future, dear God, help us all, you have way bigger problems with your roster construction right now than trying to figure out how and where to make Patrick Williams a useful piece of said roster. It's like, well, the boat's sinking, but I got a functional fishing pole if I could just, tape it together. Like, no, man, the boat's sinking. Who cares about Patrick Williams?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Peck, because while you brought up roster construction there, obviously Patrick, maybe they do something with his contract this offseason, maybe they don't. But based off of that crazy trade deadline spree, this is for both of you guys. Are there any of these guys that you actually want to see the Bulls actively make an effort to re-sign this offseason?
Well, the one that we have already talked about to me is the easy answer, Leonard Miller. Before Ivy, before Simons, before Sexton, before Dillingham, who's still under his rookie contract for another year. Leonard Miller, I would like them to try, instead of that team option that they do have to keep him around, see if you can sign him on a 3-year deal. That is a team-friendly 3-year deal. Toss Leonard Miller some real guaranteed NBA money to say, hey, you're going to be a real piece of this team next season and moving forward because of what you showed us in this 20-game sample size. Honestly, I think that should be one of AK's top priorities. It's not like they're going to go big game hunting this summer. Free agency 26, the big names have mostly already dried up. The other big names who might be available, the Bulls aren't going to get because they're the Bulls. You may
think LeBron will finally consider Chicago?
I would die.
Oh, man. The Chicago special, getting dudes when they're literally on the verge.
Was Wade coming here for a pointless season not hurtful enough, Mike? Come on, don't do that to us.
Did the jersey look
I enjoyed
good
the
or
hell
not?
out of that
Did
season.
the jersey
Come on,
look good or
LeBron.
not?
It looked amazing.
That's all
on
Ryan
the mic.
cares
Yes,
about.
it did.
That's all Jerry cares about.
Useless.
I'll also, I'm not clamoring for it or anything, but I think Nick Richards also has a spot on this roster as well. Because if you're looking at putting the team together based around Modest and Giddey, then you're putting it around guys who complement those players. And I feel like Nick Richards complements Josh Giddey, and Josh Giddey has definitely helped his game grow forward. And he's an offensive rebounder for sure. But I look at him and I said that I think he's a poor man's JaVale McGee. You're gonna get, some good, and then you're gonna get some really, really bad, from him as well. Some, man, I can't believe he did that kind of situation. But overall, I think that's a good, or should I say a solid piece for the Bulls to have for a point guard like a Josh Giddey or even a Dillingham, guys who want to attack. They want somebody to run with them or attack with them. So when they're going up, or they recognize somebody is going up, with them to block their shot, they can peek out the corner of their eye and see that, 6'9", 6'10" guy right behind them and toss that ball up and let them go get it. Or if they know if they miss that shot, they have an opportunity to get an offensive rebound because he's been really solid on the offensive rebound level. And he gets to the line. He's not a great free throw shooter or anything like that, but he does get to the line because of his physicality and how he plays. So I think, and he's going to be cheap. It's not like teams are, going to be holding bidding wars for guys like Nick Richards. So, I think Nick Richards will definitely be one of those guys that resigns.
Okay. Richards kills me sometimes with how much he fumbles the ball near the rim. But the Bulls have desperately needed that skill set of just a rim runner, especially if you're building around two guys who you want to grow with having the ball in their hands. So definitely understand that there. I am shocked. Nobody's moved by Colin Sexton, 25 points per game in March on 59%.
Get the fuck out.
Some veteran leadership?
No
young Bulls standing around?
No. Pass. Hard pass. I'm still mad at him for that win in Phoenix last Thursday. What are we doing? Why? Dear God, why?
Hey, he's setting up for a nice unrestricted free agency for himself. So I'm assuming Simons, is that a no on him as well?
No, he is.
Is that a no on Simons just because of how much he's going to cost, or do you guys not see a role for him?
Dude, I mean, Anthony Simons, no disrespect, he's beta Zach LaVine. Do we want to try to build another quote unquote contending roster with that? See how far it gets you.
I think he plays smarter than Zach though. Simons? I'm not worried about bringing him back. I just think we're not probably going to see him for the rest of the year, right? Isn't he done for the season?
I'd be surprised to see him back at this point.
I thought he was going to come back. They're playing for contracts. I expect them to try.
Yeah, I hope we trade him. I definitely hope we trade him off. But I wouldn't mind seeing him back for the rest of the season because I do think he played, a lot more under control. He seems to understand his role a lot more than a Zach did. You didn't see him trying to press the issue too much. So I did like that from him.
Well, I think it depends on situation. he was beta Zach LaVine in Portland because those bad Portland teams needed him to be beta Zach LaVine. He went and played a bench role, a role player role with the Celtics for the first 2/3 of the season and did a really admirable job doing so. And then in his handful of games with the Bulls, it was like kind of somewhere in between. Well, we need somebody to get these shots up tonight. Simon's there being like, well, I'll do it. Yeah. So, I mean, is he a smarter player than Zach? Maybe. Does he not force things as much as Zach? Maybe. But young Zach LaVine was on a lot of Bulls teams where he had to force the issue because they had no other better freaking options. But I'm just saying, as far as like Anthony Simon's ceiling and him being one of your core pieces on a team that's going places, I think you're talking about building another mid roster if Anthony Simons is one of your 3 best players.
For sure. No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. He shouldn't come back here.
I agree with that.
This whole team's ass, man. Like I don't want to see any of these come back.
Guilty, absolutely. Like, yes.
Since we are in March, I feel like it's only right to ask you guys while we have you on a scale of 1 to 10. I mean, I feel like we do the song and dance every year, but this draft should be a little different. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are we feeling for the draft lottery?
Ask me at the resolution of draft lottery night, and then I will have my answer for you.
Yeah.
Wow, so no optimism
it's based
whatsoever?
on where the Bulls ends up for sure. It's based on where the Bulls end up for sure. Like that's clearly where it is. So I mean, I'm coming in at a 9 because because of the talent that's there, and the ability that we may be able to get some of that talent. So I'll start at a 9 for sure. But we'll see what happens because the Bulls can easily, do the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? And walk away with a lower pick,
Yes.
So, and again, history has taught us this. This isn't being cynical or anything like that. History has taught us this is how they kind of roll. And it feels like they're playing for that now and trying to win more games now and not be concerned, which is what you want players and coaches to do. It's not their job to lose. It's the front office's job to put those people in those positions and things like that. But yeah, overall though, to answer your question, I'll say it's a 9 right now because of the level of talent that's there. But I don't have complete faith in that front office to do the right things to get that kind of talent.
Question, Big Dave and Peck, because I was on a pod, I think that was Friday. Shout out to the guys from Bulls Without Borders, Phil, Troy, Neil, and Hayes. So we were talking, like, I'm kind of a dummy when it comes to just how some of these things work. So, like, the draft lottery projections, because I'm in the camp that I don't think we could swear out here, can we, Mike? So I don't think that we should be winning any more effing games. I'm not mad when we do, but I don't like us pushing to win these games for the rest of the season because it kind of feels like, what are you doing? You're not in a position. My biggest thing when people say like you shouldn't tank is like, but there's times to lose in order to win more in the future. So like meatheads will say like, oh, I want to see you win every game, but like that's kind of short-term thinking to me. Whereas if you're thinking in the long term, you need to lose now in order to win more consistently in the future is how I see it. So I want us to go out there and let these kids develop and let it lead. If it leads to a W, I'll be happy. But I don't want to see us pushing for W's. But they told me that at this point the Bulls are pretty much locked into picking at 9 or 10, so it doesn't really matter if we win games, or is that false?
Well, I mean, it's false in the sense that the Bulls still have the Grizzlies on their schedule twice. And that is one of the teams above them that they could mathematically still catch in the lottery standings. The first of those games is tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. The Bulls should be tanking that game harder than any game they've ever tanked in their lives. And I know Josh is going to play 43 minutes in that game. Modest, probably 38, 39. Yep. But for the love of God, the big danger and what Goat warned us about weeks ago when they made these trades is like, look, the Bulls could still fall to 10th or 11th or 12th in the lottery if they're not careful and win too many games in March and April like we have known them to do. And here we are. They just went 2-3 on a West Coast trip. I think they're 3-3 in their last 6. Not necessary. Very detrimental. When we're talking about roster construction and just the dearth of talent on this team.
Yes.
It's not an offense to Josh Giddey. It's not an offense to Modest Buzelis or anyone else to say, for the love of God, if the Bulls are going to be a playoff team that actually is a competitive playoff team ever again in the near future, they need way more talent than they have right now. Where do you find that talent? If you're AK, you don't find it in trades that you win or come out even on. You're not finding it in free agency because you're the Bulls. For whatever reason or reasons, you're not a free agency destination. And as I mentioned before, free agency has mostly dried up in 26 anyway. Where do you find it? In a stacked draft class. Where are your odds greater to find that gem, that blue chip prospect, that possible franchise-making player, the higher you draft. And I hear a lot of Bulls fans say, well, AK took Pat at 4, so what does it matter? He's going to screw it up anyway. Here's a simple hypothetical, Bulls Nation. If you are stuck with an executive who's scouting, trade making, free agent signing, all of his job description, you do not trust him to do adequately, if that is the case, would you rather have that and a top 4 pick or that and the 12th pick? Those are the scenarios. I vote increasing the odds of a top 4 pick every freaking time. I don't see why that's so hard to comprehend.
Yes.
That's
and especially when you talk about
a hard place, and that's the only way out.
Yes.
Especially when you talk about this draft class, again, we could all be wrong. You never know what the draft will see. But based off of what we know about this class, and again, I'm setting myself up for a very dangerous clip here. There is no room for Arturas Karnisovas to mess up if the Bulls hop into the top 4. There's zero room. Now, I could be wrong. There's AJ DeBanza. There's Darren Peterson. There's Cam Boozer. There's Caleb Wilson from North Carolina, who some people even think should be 1 in this class, depending who you talk to. I have him at 4 just because, again, he's not a three-point shooter, does a ton of other things excellently, would honestly fit the Bulls. AK can spin a wheel with those 4 names and pick one, and the Bulls will be fine. If he gets creative outside of that, then I think he's talking about actually, jeopardizing some stuff because it's a loaded class. But again, I think we had someone in the comments say you could draft a stud at 8 or 9. Very true. You got a better chance at 3 or 4. So that's why we want to get into that top 4. But I think once you get into that top 4, there is no room for AK to mess it up. You're just going to take one of those 4 names and you go from there.
And it's like I hear the examples of
such
and such player was drafted at 11 or 15. Cool. Where was Wemby drafted? Where was Cooper Flagg drafted? Where was Anthony Edwards drafted?
It's a lot of copium, Peck. It's a lot of copium. I mean, you put it a very good way today. You put it a very good way. It's just, why would you, if you don't trust who you have in charge, you don't trust your team. If you think he's an idiot, sorry, AK. But if you think he's an idiot, then why would you not?
Apologize.
Thank you. Why would you not just give him the least amount of chances to F it up? Consistently give him the best option available. Because there's only, AK is not as horrible as we make it out. Like, eventually he has to get it right at some point. But you're better off putting him in positions where he's picking from a much higher tier of players than picking in the middle. So I think that's the best way I've heard that put in a long time.
Listen, getting to the top 4 is you need somebody. You need to put training wheels on your bike. That's what getting it to the top 4 is. And so you don't trust AK to ride a bike without crashing it, without training wheels on it. So getting into the top 4 is basically putting training wheels on your bike. You're like, okay, now you can ride the bike because look at what you have to pick from these top 4 guys. Like you said, Mike, it's truly hard to mess that up from those 4 guys. Now, when the wheels were off and he had a chance to pick in that top 4, everybody knew it was top 3 heavy. It was top 3 heavy. And from 4 on down, it was, you see what you're going to get. And you saw what we got. We got 3 of those guys on our team right now from that top 10, all right? Mm-hmm. We got Okoro who went 5, and we got Jalen who went 10th. We got 3 of those guys on our team. Anybody happy with this? Absolutely not. So you put them in the best position where failure, the percentage of failure is less. And that is putting the training wheels on it and hoping the Bulls get into a top 4. So, yes, Guilty, lose all of them. They win a game like they did with Modest, with the 40 points and Giddy. I'm going to be excited about that because that's the future. Mm-hmm. That is a future win. But if it is happening if it's Yabu Zele and it's happening because it's Simons and it's happening because those guys who I know are not going to be a part of this core, then Matt and I will continue to come on and yell, and Matt will continue to throw hats and give you snarky comments and things.
As he should, because to me it just seems like we can't swear, right, Mike? It's really hard to not swear when talking about this team, but it just seems like you get to a point where
we broken that. My bad.
No, it's all good. I don't know.
Told us beforehand,
Gavin,
gentlemen.
yeah, Gavin, if you're watching this,
Yeah,
sorry, brother,
we didn't know.
but
My fault.
I don't know either. So it's okay. We're Bulls fans. I think it's expected at this point. But no, I mean, it gets
once we
to a
started
point.
streaming with all kinds of other partners, we had to stop cursing on our platform too, and it was really difficult. I get it.
Well,
I get it.
Here you get to let loose.
I was like,
think,
ooh,
but-
I was doing somebody else's pod. I'm gonna let it fly.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. But no, I think to what you were just saying, Big Dave, like when you're winning with guys like Yabu and like when Vooch was here, when Vooch was hitting continuous game winners and then just and picking his nose after. I mean, it's just like it gets to a point where you're just kind of doing things, doing crap just to do crap because it's like instead you could have Vooch on the bench who wants to be on the bench anyway when he was here. He would have rather be, if you told Vooch to sit down, he'd be like, oh, for sure. So why would you not have him on the bench instead of hitting game winners and having guys like Modest in there? Like when we were sitting Modest in the fourth, have him in developing. Who cares if it leads to an L? You want an L right now. This team is not good enough to get these wins that are going to lead to nowhere. We need to lose right now because it's facing reality. This team is ass. You know, so I think these wins, and I get these fans, man. They want to be hopeful, man. Like they want something to root for, but we kind of just got to grow up a little bit. I mean, you're not. It's okay to not be okay, guys. Like let's have group therapy here.
Yeah.
Right now,
loss
as the
can be
Bulls,
entertaining too.
Yes, man. Bulls Nation, it's okay to not be okay. And right now, it's not okay. We're not okay, okay? We're excited about Leonard Miller right now. I'm excited watching Rob Dillingham get 10 points and 5 assists. And that's okay, but that means that it's okay to not be okay. Let's not get upset that we need to lose games right now to win more games in the future. I saw Undisputed say it doesn't work like that. I disagree, man. Obviously, when you lose these games, it doesn't always work out, but you get a better chance for it to work out, like Peck said.
Right.
And I just think
we got
man.
solid performances from several young players in a game that they lost to the Lakers the other night. To me,
And it was beautiful.
that game, perfect Bulls game between now and April 12th. You see
Yes.
some promising signs from young players who you plan to have be part of your team moving forward, and you secure the L. That is a double win. That is the best case scenario every game night between now and the end of the season. Both things can happen at the same time. And look, I know that we were talking about Modest's body language after a recent loss, and obviously that winless month of February was really hard on him and a lot of these guys. It's the lumps. It comes with the NBA. Most young guys and teams that are comprised of mostly young guys don't win. It's part of the business. It's
Cade
part of
was
the
crying
sport.
last year, Peck.
Get used to it.
Yes,
Get
it's
comfortable
okay.
with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. And honestly, every fan, you can fan the way you want to fan. Obviously,
Yes.
no one tells you
Yes.
that. But just to address a few comments I saw.
Yeah, Undisputed down
I
here
hear,
going crazy.
I hear a lot, tanking doesn't guarantee you anything. Now, no one says if you tank, it's like, here, I get the #1 pick. Obviously, it's not the NFL. The thing is, there are literally, shout out to my guy who runs tankathon.com. You can go to Tankathon right now. There's a tab called Pick Odds. There are literally mathematical guarantees of what slots you can get based off of how many games you lose. You can get angry about it. You can be happy about it. That's just the system. And they don't seem to like the system. That's why they're trying to maybe change it right now. But right now, it's just true that losses do give you a better chance to get a better pick in the lottery or better odds in the lottery. Then you can go up from there. And then the other thing I saw was that the AK built the Nuggets through Jokic, and that was blind luck, not the lottery. No, it wasn't blind luck. I'm going to give them some credit. It was scouting, something they got to do a lot better of a job of now. You go scout prospects, and guess what? With the second-round pick, you might find a future MVP. Not likely, but when you do the homework, you're going to get better prospects. So better scouting, higher pick odds, better chance to get a star. And again, we're talking about basketball where literally drafting one guy could change the entire franchise. So it's worth it to miss the play in a few times just to get a couple, bites.
Yeah, the Spurs looked a little lost for a few years there, didn't they?
I'm about to say,
Now, how
exactly.
about now? How about now? Like, two seeds
Exactly.
in the West and a real threat to the Thunder right now?
Yes.
Well, how about Cade, #1 pick, and that young Pistons team around him? They lost 20-something straight games a couple seasons ago. Now they're the top seed in the East. One player like that can change everything. And, the part about, like, tanking doesn't guarantee anything. No duh, but odds are still odds. Probability is still probability. People who say that say it as if finishing 39 and 43 every year for the rest of time does guarantee you anything beyond exactly that.
Staying mid.
You want to stay
Staying
mid
mid.
forever? Then fine. Enjoy
Perpetually.
being mid forever. Some Bulls fans aren't cool with that. So, hey, if we
Myself.
got to suck for a couple of years and maybe get lucky and find ourselves a franchise player like a Derrick Rose or a Michael Jordan to bring
Preach.
us out of this bull crap,
Preach.
then I'm willing to endure that because I'm done with 39 and 43. All right?
Preach.
Come on.
Throw the hat back, please.
I got headphones on. I would.
God damn it.
You got headphones, Guilty.
One
Back
quick
even
thing.
to what you said.
Oh, well, I
Mike,
was
go
just going to
ahead.
say,
No,
someone
go
said,
ahead, Mike.
yeah. Well, someone said context to tanking, I think, needs to be added, which, again, everyone has their own feelings on tanking, whatever you want to call it. When I say tanking, me personally, I'm just saying play your young players who are
Yes.
probably under 25 to give them
Common
NBA
sense.
experience to see
Yes.
if they can be better players once they're
Give 'em a
older.
shot. Yeah.
Maybe
Common
you can
sense.
make
What
some
you have.
contract decisions. I don't need you to play Yabusele 39 minutes. I need you to play Rob
He's
Dillingham
30.
39 minutes, you know? So when I say tanking, I'm not saying make the team bad. I'm saying play the players without NBA experience, and then maybe you find a guy who's really good,
Yes.
and we're not even worried about the draft. So again, we're not telling Billy to go out there with a hammer and start hitting guys in the parking lot, you know? We're just
He probably
saying,
already has for those
give the
mid-range
young
shots.
guys a chance. Like, yeah, it's very simple. Just play the young guys.
Depending on
And
who
you
you
see-
ask, Michael, Yabusele is a young player with potential in this league. You got to listen to those broadcasts carefully.
Yes, he is, sir.
You see,
Absolutely,
and
young
look-
player
and
with
look,
potential.
you
But even
have-
what you said, Guilty, talking about Leonard Miller, dog, we did a whole mini pod, and Matt asked the question: is Leonard Miller a future piece of this team? And I looked at Matt and I said, first of all, I hate this question because I'm talking about Leonard Miller right here, bro. Like we having
talking
this
Leonard
discussion,
Miller?
and no disrespect to that young man. We talking Leonard Miller, and it's no disrespect to him at all.
No,
But and I
no.
hope he turns out to be. But the fact that this is even a question and we are talking about
Exactly.
this is what everyone on this panel right now is saying about tanking and why it sucks and why it stinks and why you need to go ahead and make these moves because nobody wants to sit here and continue to have these discussions about it. I'm trying to see Yuki, okay? Like that's what
Yes.
I'm after right now.
Some
if that ain't telling
entertaining
you
basketball.
something, then I don't know what is.
I'm
Yes,
telling you, man.
that's
I'm
it. Oh,
telling
come
you.
on, man. Come on.
It's just common sense. Like shout out to my guy. I'm sure everyone watching this, you've interacted with him at one point on Twitter. The Supreme Undisputed. Like he's my guy, but he is. I tell him all the time. He is aggressively optimistic. Like we got him in the chat right now
Might say
saying that.
delusional, but okay.
I mean, we've told him that too. I mean, you can think of every word under the sun for him, and they all apply. I love you, Undisputed, but it's group therapy time. But he's in here saying, you know, like moments like this where he's saying like Peck's not a fan because of what Peck just said, and it's like people don't realize that the people who are saying that they want this team to tank and lose more games right now to win later are the biggest fans, because especially for you guys who've seen the team like Michael Jordan. I didn't get to see those years. I started watching this team when D Rose came. And even now it's hard to watch this team compared to that D Rose team. Like that was a winning team to me. So I can't imagine it for the guys who've seen the legacy eras, the three-peats. So when people are not happy with this team right now, I think those are the real fans because they know how good it could be and they're not satisfied with the bullshit that we're putting out there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just how I see it.
I was in the
Correct.
building when Jordan hit game one buzzer beater in '97 against Utah. I was in the building. I witnessed that as a young Bulls fan. But because I have a logical
amazing.
take that some people don't like, apparently I'm not a real Bulls fan. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Great-
it's
great stuff.
like you're
Great
not a
stuff.
fan for
I
saying
saw
that
it
you're
all.
tired of seeing the team be mid. I mean, that to me sounds like someone who is a fan. They want to see the team be good. We should be applying pressure to the front
Yeah.
office. Constructive criticism is
Yeah.
what everybody needs. We don't have to always like blow smoke up their ass
Come on,
and say
Gilty.
everything's good when it's not. That's not how you grow. You don't grow from saying
on,
shit's
Gilty.
good when it's bad. You need to call out when it's bad. It's okay
Mm-hmm.
to say that it's bad when you want it to be better in the future. Saying that your team is ass doesn't mean you don't like them. That means that you do love your team and you're tired of them being ass. Can we please have this realization as a fan base? There are just way too many arguments and fights over people who both love the same fucking team. If we can't swear, it's too late. I'm sorry. But seriously, like everyone's fighting in this fan
Keep
base
cooking.
and we all love the same damn team. I'm like, you got guys coming saying, hey, I don't want these guys to lose anymore because I want to see them win because they love the team. And on the flip, I don't want these guys to win right now because I want them to lose so that they can get a better chance at being good again because I love this team. So I mean, really, I mean, as a fan base, guys, group therapy, truly.
Actually, I'm going to stand up for the other side right now. You guys are wildin'. The play-in is super fun. I've always had fun attending. Seeing them lose to Miami when Tyler Hero dropped like 32 was one of the best experiences of my life.
Which time?
But exactly. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, I get it. Bulls fans are just starved for something, and I really do think the draft lottery is going to give it to them because I don't want to say the word that people say in terms of the draft lottery, but if there was any year to make the Bulls a top 4 pick, I think this is clearly the year to do it.
Yes.
I mean, it would be nice.
I'll take any help we can get.
If such Illuminati levels of stuff actually exist in this league, as a Bulls fan,
ball.
I wouldn't turn it down. I would be like, oh no, thank you. I'm more high and mighty than that. Like we got to do it the right way. No, I'm a desperate Bulls fan who wants more talent on his squad.
Let's try it. If you see this, AK.
Look, I think there is some truth to the fact that the league does better and is a happier, more vibrant league when the Bulls are relevant. Because they're
absolutely
might not be like top market like New York or LA, but they're an iconic historic franchise. They're also the franchise that brought the NBA from being an American league to a global league. That's why Bulls fans and people who make Bulls content, tune into Bulls content, do so from every corner of the globe. It's one of the things I love about
Peck,
this.
Look at this comment right here,
this fan base. Like,
look at this shit. This is what I'm talking about. Like. But there's times I stop. This is my first season watching the team again consistently in like 4 years. So like when people say shit like this, when you say like, oh, you're not a fan because you wish that you could leave this team and that they'd be better. I say that because I am a fan. I say that because I grew up watching the D Rose and Thibodeau and Joakim Noah Bulls, and I got tired of watching the bullshit that were trotting out there. People saying it's okay. That makes me the real fan in my eyes. So like again, when people say like, "Oh, Peck, you're not a fan because you said you wish you could leave this team and see a second team," that's because you have been a real fan when shit was good and it's not good right now, and you don't want to support that. So now we're not making you a fan means you have to support bullshit. That doesn't sound like a fan to me,
dude. You can lead a horse to water, man. I'm trying to use the platform that Dave and I have to point fingers loudly at the people who run this organization who have been failing its loyal.
You're doing
throw money at the team and their time and care and dedication to this team for a quarter century, for more or less, other than a couple of fun little mini playoff runs there. For a quarter century, they've been irrelevant after being the team that made the league what it is today. How can fans be okay with that? It's like I'm trying to filter out some clean water to feed to fans, and they're like, "No, I prefer drinking more of this."
It's the Matrix, Peck. It's the Matrix. Thanks. They don't want to be unplugged.
Yeah,
they don't want to be unplugged, and like that's my thing too. Like Mike Walton said earlier, man, fan how you want to fan. My issue is like because if you want to love the team, like my guys from Bulls Without Borders, like feeling them, man, like they love this team, and they get upset when people say that, that they're stupid. Like they get called out on Twitter. Like when Phil posts like optimistic shit about the Bulls, like they'll call them out. And I tell them, like, but that's to be expected. We have a negative fan base right now, dude. Like, you're going to get called out when you're being optimistic in a fan base full of sharks. Like, we're in hell as a fan base right now. But, again, if you are somebody that loves to support the team, by all means, that's okay. And do that. Please do that. I'm not mad at you for it. But you guys also shouldn't be upset at the people who don't want to support the bullshit. Like, just because you want to go drown and swim in fire, don't get mad at us for saying that you're going to fucking burn. I mean,
but I think there's room for optimism, realistic optimism. When warranted, I'm all for it. I wish there were more of it. I think there's a line between optimism and even fair, realistic optimism and delusion.
Yes,
and so I'm sorry, a 7-game sample size of an 82-game season when the team starts 6-1, and some people are saying if you're not buying this stock and drinking this Kool-Aid, then you're a hater and not a real fan.
An asshole. Yes,
if you're not buying this and buying all of it right now, I was like, sorry, no, I'm not. Can we see some more, please? Can we see some more before I start taking his team seriously? And then what happened? Shout out Cat Williams. Don't worry, I'll wait.
What was supposed to?
Shout out my guy Kelder. I know he shouted us out for doing this pod. So in our Discord at the start of the season, man, that dude gets his ass whooped in there. I mean, because he stands on the side of you, Pat. Like he just shouted you and Big Dave out the other night. But he said at the start of the season, I don't see this being a winning year for this team. He said, forgive me, but I've seen a lot of basketball in my days. I've seen the Michael Jordan years. So I need to see it before I believe it. And I'm not going to ride a team with, I think it was during the 5-game win streak. And he said, I need to see it extend for the whole season before I buy the hype. I think it's going to be a losing season for this team and this and that. And he got ridiculed and killed for it in my cord. And then sure enough, he was right. You know, and people say, oh, well, it's because of the injuries or he was right for the wrong reasons. I don't think so, man. I think that speaks to the state of this team more when somebody
Right for the wrong reason.
It's moving goalposts.
It's been a bad injury year for every team across the league, man. What does it tell you? It
This
tells
team
you
was
that
not
you
gonna be
started with
competing.
less talent than the
Everybody's
teams
hurt.
that are more talented and can deal with injuries as they come.
And I think also I kind of get the Bulls fans' general state this year. This is the first season I've been credentialed on the team covering the beat. Kind of forces you, obviously, as you can imagine, to take the fan cap off. So, you know, I'm a Bulls fan at heart, but I'm not, for all intents and purposes, a Bulls fan. I'm objectively observing. So I think what happens from Bulls fans is you got the glory days. Everyone knows Michael Jordan. Everyone knows it was one of the greatest basketball franchises in the world. Everyone knows the Chicago Bulls. And I think the fan base is protective over the fact that if they tank for 5 years in a row, do they become the Wizards, where a new generation of basketball fans never knew the Bulls were good, don't care about the history of the Bulls? I think there's some sort of overprotection of the legacy of the Bulls. Again, that's a thing that's going to go back to normal once the team has a star player, which will happen at some point in their history. But I think the fans, again, they're just so thirsty to not have the Bulls be looked at as a joke nationally, even if the team was or is a joke nationally.
Sorry to burst the bubble. They already are.
They are.
Exactly.
Bulls equals Wizards right now. Two bad teams that the league doesn't take seriously.
You hear that, Gavin?
Difference. Point to the difference.
If
that's your fear about tanking, we're already there. The league already laughs at the Bulls every day. The only time that the Bulls are making national headlines is when they do something incompetent that the league all points and laughs at. What's more Zards than that? You're already there.
And what's wrong with pointing that out? Can we not point out reality?
It's mean. It's mean, Guilty. It's mean to point that out. Can't point that out.
But the best part is even those who are the most against the losses will have a lot of fun next year. Because just a free prediction for you guys, whoever the Bulls get in the lottery, I think you're going to see them in like the top 15 highest selling jerseys next season. I think you can guarantee that. I think if they get into the like top 7, I think you're going to see the jersey fly off the shelves because they're going to get a player who's going to be good. You know, people think Billy is an insane person who won't play a rookie no matter how good they are. If a guy's just dominating in practice, guess what? He's going to be in the starting lineup. So I think the Bulls are going to get a really good rookie, and the jersey is going to fly off the shelves, and everyone will be happy and won't even remember this season. And it kind of goes back to Big Dave's points, which is we're talking about Leonard Miller, but it's the situation the team is in right now. We're looking for those role players that will matter, in fairness to them, once the Bulls actually have centered their team around a central talent, a high usage guy.
Has anybody gotten their Leonard Miller jersey yet?
I like Leonard Miller, man. I like what I'm seeing from him. All serious.
I learned my mistake from when I ordered the Patrick Williams 44 custom. I was so excited for the number change.
I have a Pat Will number 9 jersey.
I was
hanging
just
in my
about to say,
closet
Peck.
from his rookie year before the Vooch trade.
I was gonna say there's a conspiracy out there that when he changed the numbers, his powers got stolen, like fucking Space Jam.
Dude,
I was
clearly.
just about to say when he went from 9 to
Change it
44, he can.
Vooch is gone. That would be a very interesting exercise. Like, if he changed his number back to number 9, would he suddenly like remember how to play basketball again?
And he's got a haircut and shit too now.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. He could be reborn out here.
It's like that last scene where somebody chucks the ball at Muggsy Bogues and he's like, "Oh my God, I caught it! Oh my God, Pat caught the ball!"
God damn it.
Oh my God, dog.
I mean,
bad.
speaking of that though,
It's
like
bad.
I know Mike
But
brought
it's
it
all
up
right.
earlier. Mike brought it up earlier. Who would you guys, I guess it depends on where we go in the draft, but like let's say we do go top 4, who are you taking in this draft?
My ideal right now would be either of Debancer or Boozer. Like, to me, those are the two that I'm falling more in love with the more I watch them. And like honestly, I would be happy with either of those. I might be able to make my peace with it if they do get top 4 and Peterson is the one who falls in their laps. But the questions about him right now, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're all valid and fair questions, but they are questions that make you wonder
they're valid.
what
Valid.
his NBA career is going to be. So I think when you're talking about ceiling and skill that's already available where they're playing right now, Boozer and Devance are like the two that I would be thrilled with, and there are others. I like Wilson too. Like Michael was saying earlier, like if you get a top 4 pick, you're really hard pressed to go wrong. But that there is just like that one kind of wild card who many believe to be potentially the most talented in this stacked class, but he just comes with some questions.
Yeah. You hear that, Undisputed? That's Undisputed's favorite guy, Cam Boozer. And you hear who just said that, Undisputed? So there's nuance. Every take isn't bad, Undisputed. That's my boy, man. Hey, that's my boy.
I want Boozer as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I saw someone.
Boozer, I don't think I'm in the conspiracy theory that Debanster is not leaving Utah. Like, I just don't believe it.
Oh, yeah?
I think
I didn't hear about this.
And
I didn't hear that.
I'm going to say Cam Boozer. This is mine. This is, again, because it's mine. This is my theory. I just don't think that he is. But I think Cam Boozer, is who the Bulls will end up getting if we are blessed, to have that opportunity to draft that high. And he's the fit for me. Is Cam Boozer. But again, it's a bunch of those dudes. Like, again, like if I end up with 4 and we end up with somebody in that top 4, I'll be saying the same exact thing. So I'm not mad at any of it, bro. Like, but we need that dude on this team. Like, that's the bottom line of all of this. A lot of these arguments and debates and disagreements will leave when you start getting actual talent.
Absolutely. No, that's facts, Big Dave.
And I just want to address a few of our comments. Someone said, first, shout out Hayes. He said that's a very bold take, assuming a rookie's going to start under Billy Donovan. Then I think local Bulls fan, shout out our guy, said, you're assuming Billy's going to play a rookie. He has to do his rookie duties first. And then someone else asked, who do we think kind of fits with the Bulls core in terms of fit? So I'll just answer all of that together. AJ Debanza is my guy. Think he's number 1 on my board right now. If I was the Bulls, I had one, I would take him. I think he fits because he does a lot of his work in that mid-range inside area where Billy isn't having a lot of guys operate. So you could easily see AJ being allowed to operate in that space while you got Matas, Giddey, everyone else kind of spotting up from 3 while AJ does his thing in that mid-range area. Yeah. He already kind of has a grown man's game, very quick to go to the post-up when he thinks he has the physical advantage. Pretty much a complete player defensively, great at anticipating steals to get out in transition, which is 60% of the Bulls' offense at this point. And as far as his rookie duties will be to stop dunking on everyone so much at practice because Billy Donovan is going to see the physical force that he is against the rest of this Bulls roster. And AJ would be starting from day one. He would probably be the focal point of the offense, and it will allow Giddey and Matas to slide into much easier roles as second and third options.
Right there, Mike.
And honestly, Giddey becomes an excellent third option, one of the best in my league, in my opinion. Which clip me all you want, but Giddey's a great three-point shooter now, at least from a open catch and shoot scenario. Excellent playmaker. Can't really score as much as you would want in terms of a finishing guy for his height, but I think you put Debansta between Boozer and Matas, between Matas and Giddey, and you're really cooking.
Yes, preach. Yeah, I just watched him live for the first time like 2 or 3 days ago. It was against what is the team that has Sinek and Flemings? Houston, yeah. I call it the first 10 minutes of that. I got to watch the rest, but just the first 10 minutes of that alone, just watching how comfortable AJ looks out there with the ball in his hands, watching him play at his own pace. And I heard the announcer saying, like, what makes him, so deadly is that they said you're never going to speed AJ Debansta up, which usually you hear that about a guy like Luka, or you hear that about a guy like Kyle Slow-Mo Anderson, or sometimes Giddey. That's what I think already makes AJ so dangerous, is that he has the ability to make you play his game and make you play at his pace and never speed him up, but he's also athletic as hell, like you said, Walton. So he can blow past you. He can, like, put it on you and boom on you in a second. You know what I mean? So I think that already, like, the level of control that he plays with speaks very highly to me about him. I think that he shows, we talk about, like, having Batman on your team and Robins. I think that AJ shows definitely that potential to be a Batman one day, like just to be that leader on the offense, where you put the ball in his hands and you just let him go to work. And I think that's what this team is missing sorely right now. Like they need a guy where when things get stagnant, give it to AJ, and let him work some magic. And then you have guys like Gideon Modest on the side for backup. But no, I agree with you 100%. I think he's the best dude to come in right now and just make us a lot more of a serious team, or at least potentially.
I also would add that in an ideal world,
and Billy
you
has
feel
shown
good
you
about
that he will play those rookies. He will play the rookie if the rookie, in his opinion, is ready. The first person you think of is Ayo Dosunmu. Like Ayo Dosunmu came in ready to go, and Billy played him from day one. And that's how it goes. And if it's anything I trust Billy with, 100% I trust him with his guards. Like I absolutely trust him in that area, in that arena, to get the best out of those guards. So give him a talent like DeBan said, like that. Yeah, he'll see it immediately. He didn't become a Hall of Fame coach being a fool. Like he understands what's going on. He'll see it. He'll recognize it, and it'll be out there for real from day one. He won't say, "Well, you know what? We might go with Trey on." No, bro. He understands what's happening. He get this.
And, another example, not only Io, but Modest. Like, I know it was painstakingly slow for some of us who wanted Modest to be starting out of the gate as a rookie because that was more important than the Bulls' win-loss record last season. At least some of us believe that. He did end up starting 20-plus games because he earned minutes. So if Billy gradually trusts you, you're a young guy, he will play you. It's just a matter of trust. And generally, out of the gate, if you're a younger player, a newer player to his roster, you got to earn that trust. He doesn't just give it to you. And I think that there's, something very fair about that. As far as which pieces would be the best fit pieces in this draft class, whether you're talking top 4 and maybe you're 3 or 4 and hoping who might fall because of who you have to work with, or you end up drafting somewhere 9 through 12, still very real possibility. Whichever one of those it is, it's best available. I don't care about fit right now. I mean, okay, maybe I care about fit a little bit, but you need to take a swing on the player that you think is on the board that is the best player on the board, and then figure it out, because the Bulls are not in a position right now to get picky and choosy about meshing puzzle pieces with this roster. They're just not. Some people might not see it that way, but at least that's how I see it.
Yeah, that's how Charlotte ended up with Concanipoli. A lot of people were like, oh, they should take this guy. They should take that guy. And me, huge Duke fan, even I was like, man, I'm not sure if I would take Con right there. Trust that they're scouting, and now you got Charlotte is no longer a laughingstock. So all it takes is doing your homework and one pick. It can really turn things around.
Absolutely. I want to say this really quick. Again, is it going to even show me while I'm talking? That's crazy. Goddamn Riverside. But I want to say this, man. Again, it's just been great conversation out here today. So shout out to my guy Undisputed. So he said to Peck, because we know you're notorious for your hat throw. And you know what? I'm going to join you here, Peck, because this is how I feel about this damn team.
Let's go.
Let's throw the hat.
Let's go.
Let's throw the hat. Let's throw the hat.
First RoundTable hat throw.
Because you're doing nothing but spitting in here today, man. Like I'm on your side here, brother. That's all I got to say.
I want better. I would much like. I would much prefer it to be like, hey, Dave found us a branded segment / partner for when Peck is like doing cartwheels and tackling Dave because he's a happy Bulls fan. Like I would much rather that be the case. That's what being a real
fan is. Yeah, you want to be happy.
For any Bulls fans,
want to root for the team.
There will be no sponsor for putting hands on me.
Well, I know. There are certain rules
That's right, Big Dave.
that I try to follow all the time. But like,
there are rules. Yes, correct.
For anyone out there who still just is so misguided to think that I or Dave or whoever who covers this team wants them to be bad.
Come on.
What? No.
Come on.
Do you see the wall behind? Like, dude, I am a lifelong. I have been a diehard fan of this team for 35 years. I started writing and podcasting about them a dozen years ago. I've been hosting a daily Bulls podcast 5 days a week for the last 8+ years.
Respect.
You think I would do that if I didn't want this team to get back to the pinnacle of NBA greatness? That's what all of this is about.
Yes.
If we have different ways and ideas of how they go about that, okay, cool. We could talk about it. But, man, questioning the passion of people who talk Bulls because they don't see things their way, come on, man. Come on.
No, and I think again, like exactly,
Yeah.
like that's the biggest problem with not even just sports, but just life in general right now. Like we live in a time where people conflate having different opinions or even having a quote unquote bad take with making somebody a bad person. We live in a time now where you get demonized just from thinking differently than somebody. Where to me, thinking differently is what should bring you together because guess what? You have conversation about it. Like, oh, I think that the sky's blue. You think the sky's red? Let's talk about it. Tell me why you think the sky's red because I'm looking at it and it's blue, but I love to hear why you think it's red. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? So, no, I agree with you 100%, man. And shout out to you for all the work that you put in throughout the years, man. Both of you, truly. And I hope that we do give you a good product to
do
be
it for the
happy
fans,
about.
man. Do it for the fans, and in the hopes that one day we can all enjoy something way better than this together. Like,
Yes.
you know, we see like we were right there watching the Nuggets make their championship run, and our friends over at DNVR, shout out to that crew, they do a great job covering that very fascinating team. Dave and I would be like, man, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine what it would be like to do this gig for a Bulls team that was making deep playoff runs?
That
My
part.
God, how fun that
That
would
part.
be.
That part.
Let's hope that we all get back there someday. The tunnel looks real dark and murky right now, but
And that's okay to say.
never give up hope. Never give
So
up hope.
Peck, and we'll give you a
That's
chance here because you're not
okay
at
to say.
work right now. For you and Big Dave, you guys are here with us kicking it. So right here, like this comment right here, we get a lot of people who get upset with you. They get upset with you for everything, but Undisputed is saying when you call people gidiots. Now,
I did
again,
not call people gidiots for 2 years. That's just a blatant lie.
I mean, even if you did, who cares? It's an opinion.
I may have used the term once or twice, and then I
That's C.
stopped
Red
using it
Fred,
because I
by the
thought
way.
it was
Shout out to
mean,
him.
and it's actually a C.
Shout
Red
out C.
Fred
Red Fred.
colloquialism, not mine.
The
Yeah.
legend C. Red Fresh. Shout out to I Miss Kobe White, a new single coming to you live on Spotify. That's a sponsorship for you, C. Red.
Hey, man, dude, and look, I try to be fair with the Josh Giddey stuff. Apparently, it's not allowed to be a skeptic
No,
of his
no, you
great
can't. Yeah.
first ballot Hall of Famer ceiling that a lot of people see. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Must we go to war now? Okay.
Yes, apparently. In our Discord, if you come in my Discord, man, and you have a different opinion and you're not a fan of Giddy, you will be ostracized. They will attack you. Like shout out to Justin. You guys are gonna be on with him and Sal after this. So I'm sure like you guys will talk about it then. But he gets attacked in that damn Discord for not just for questioning things. Not saying that the team is ass, just for being like, hey, where do you guys rank Modest among these other prominent forwards in his peer group? And now he gets called a negative fan and it's propaganda against Modest just for trying to have an open conversation. Or when he posts like
That's,
hey,
dude.
or
That's
posting
what-
that. I'm sorry.
You know
Brett.
whose fault this all is? Jerry freaking Reinsdorf, okay? This
Jerry.
team has been irrelevant for a decade. They haven't won a playoff series in it'll be 11 years as soon as we gear up for the
That's insane.
2026 playoffs. Like, this is what it does to a fan base that is crazy passionate and starved for
Starved.
winning teams.
Starved.
Like, okay, well, we all must battle with one another because we have different opinions about a player who would be the 11th guy on most quality teams in the NBA.
That part,
but
man.
right now, we're asking him to be a star. Like,
I always say we fight as fans harder than the team fights on the court sometimes. So like I do applaud our passionate I applaud the passion in the fan base. You know, I just like to try to keep perspective with everybody, man. Like it's okay to argue. It's like a big family. Like, in your families you're gonna argue. I tell people like me and my best friends, we grew up fist fighting each other, and like we became brothers through
Right.
the arguing and the heated debates, and you become brothers through it. So I always just try to remind people like through the heated arguments, at the end of the day, we're rooting for the same team, and we just have different opinions, but like we're on the same side here. I just try to keep the plot, because we lose the plot often out here in this fan base.
I mean, look, dude, like, how do y'all think me and Matt started doing this together? From arguing. That's all we would do was
That's
argue
amazing.
with each other.
That's
all
how
the
it should
time
be.
about
Yes.
this. But we
love
understood. But we understood what this was. Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's an argument. And then you go home. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a debate. Like who cares,
And
bro?
then you log off.
It's a Bulls take. I'm
you
not
touch
spending all
grass.
that energy on a Bulls take.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
getting personal.
man. Come on, dog. No, it ain't gonna ever be that serious. It's much more serious things in my life
Much
that I'm
more
dealing
serious,
with than
man.
it will ever be dealing with a bad Bulls team. This is what I come to for my therapy. I'm like,
Man,
oh, cool. Let me go
oh
talk
my
Bulls.
God.
I'm excited to have
Yes.
these debates and discussions
Yes.
and talks because it's a sports take. It's
Yes.
a sports take. All
Big
right, that's
Dave,
all
I
it
need
is,
you.
bro.
I
So
need you,
it's
and
all
I need
good.
you and Peck to come in the Discord, man, because like you're saying what I've been trying to say for like the past year and a half. Like sports are supposed to be an outlet. Like real life is hard enough as it is. Real life is like people go through real things every day that might make them want to end it. And sometimes for some people, sports are what helps them see the light in a dark tunnel. So like when it gets to the point when you have guys
Correct.
making personal attacks and getting personal over sports takes or coming at people's character over sports takes, what are we doing here? Like you might make somebody end it all because of a sports take they had, and I just hate that. So I think
Oh, sports
I'm just
take.
glad to be I'm
Yeah,
glad to be
agreed.
on here with you guys today and you're just echoing a good sentiment, man. Just show love and have a good time. It's really easy.
That's what it's all about,
Yeah.
man. That's what it's all about. But also,
Even though I do now officially hate Mike because of his Patrick Williams take. So I
I
officially
mean,
hate
well, like
That's fair.
I'm
that.
joking. I'm
I'm
joking.
not gonna
I'm
lie,
joking.
that was
I'm
the most
joking.
out of left
I'm
field
joking,
thing
Mike.
that
I'm
happened
joking, Mike.
today. Like,
Look, if I'm gonna own the jersey, I gotta have his back from time to time.
I own
gotta.
the jersey. I stopped defending him 2 years ago. It's just like I don't know. Do I throw it away? I'm not like a burn a player's jersey kind of guy. That seems a little extreme. Do I give it to an unhoused person? Like I don't know. Does anybody else?
Oh,
It's a
damn,
collector's
Pat.
item.
Hey, my ceiling was rotation
Trash. We put it into the
rotation level
trash.
player.
Yeah.
Our
Damn it,
former
man.
number 4 overall pick will be a rotation level player, best case scenario.
I'm fine with
and
that.
I wanted to address really quick. We did have a question. How does this work with getting a prospect who's potentially going to take the ball out of Giddey or Matas's hands? And I just wanted to say that's a really quick answer. Basketball, this ain't a democracy, man. The ball finds the best players' hands. So if Peterson or Debanza is better than Matas or Giddey in practice, they're going to see that. That player's usually going to have the ball anyway. Or guess what? Billy's going to say, guys, Peterson or Debanster or Boozer or whoever, he takes shots first, and you guys work off of that. So it won't be an issue, especially with Giddey, who's not trying to take shots anyway. And mostly Matas, passing is kind of one of his weaknesses, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him to maybe learn how to work more off of a guy anyway. So it'll be fine if they get a high usage player. No issues whatsoever.
And that's a good problem
just
to
quick
have too,
follow-up
Mike.
Question: What happened in OKC when the ball found the hands of the best player? What happened there? Okay, cool. Yeah.
What happened there,
Interesting.
Peck? Elaborate for those who don't know.
AK found his new prized possession by the name of Josh Giddey. That's what happened.
Don't say that. You might
We
be
almost
here.
got through the entire thing without the mention of the trade.
Well,
Almost.
you know what?
Almost.
Speaking of Giddey and the trade,
Almost.
Mr. Peck. So I have here on my little handy dandy notebook. Shout out to Blues Clues if you guys are aware. I know we got some young people in the chat.
Is it
But
mail
in my
time?
handy dandy notebook, that's right. We got some mail time. And Peck, I want to ask you about the quote unquote Giddey graphic today. So we had a lot of unrest. Shout out to my guy Neil who just came in and said there's so much unrest in this Bulls community.
Hey,
so
what
we
up,
wake
Neil?
up and find things to fight about these days. But in my very own Discord today, we had the conversation about how do you guys feel about this graphic, and then sure enough, it came out that Peck was the one that posted the graphic. So of course, it's dishonest and disingenuous. So how do you feel about the Giddey graphic, Peck, from the
I
horse's
didn't
mouth?
post the graphic.
Wait, time out. What is the graphic? I don't know anything about this.
It's the one that the Chicago Bulls official team Twitter account posted of Josh Giddey in the foreground, Michael Jordan in the background, acknowledging that he passed MJ on the all-time triple doubles list.
Okay.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
quote tweeted the Bulls posting that and said something to the effect of like, wow, making and then posting this graphic was certainly a choice, with like a laughing emoji. Because it
Is it
was.
wrong?
It was an interesting choice. Good for Josh. Moving on up that ladder. It is just such a hilarious, stark contrast of like this once proud franchise and like, but look what we have right now.
Yeah. It's the Thad Young
Are
graphic
you
all
fucking
over
kidding
again.
me, man? Are you kidding
I
me
forgot
with
they
that?
had Thad Young up there
Oh,
with
the
like
classic.
Magic Johnson, right? I think LeBron,
It's-
right? Like he was up there with some crazy company.
It's just
White
an
boy can't have a little motion. Classic
I mean-
hater Peck. Shame. Ties Michael Jordan for 20th in all-time triple doubles, and just can't give the guy a round of applause.
Cool.
That's the quote
Tell
of the
me when he
show right
passes MJ in titles, NBA Finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, scoring titles, other regular season awards, all NBA teams, all defensive teams. The things that matter.
when Giddey gets his next triple-double and officially passes Michael Jordan, rather than tying him on the list, I want a full episode on CHGO congratulating
I think
him.
he did. He already did.
Let's go.
That's
Oh,
what
I think he's tied.
go.
Did he pass him?
Yeah, I think he passed him.
Okay.
He passed
Okay.
him.
I thought he passed
see-
him. He passed. Yeah, he passed.
You guys don't understand. I care so much about triple-double records. I was testing you guys to see if you knew.
Well, speaking of triple-double, we have a winning record when Giddey has a triple-double, yes or no? And in Peck's winning, Peck just hates Giddey. Again, we don't have a winning record,
Well,
period,
even
guys.
even to that, like even Ron Harper had something to say about it and was like, "Please stop posting dumb stuff." Like that's what Ron Harper said, because we understand what it was for and what it was made to kind of look like. You know what I mean? That's all they saying. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, great. If it was I passed, I get it. It's an achievement and it's cool. Like, congratulations, bro. Like that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But if it's being hyped up and shown like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, huh, guys, come on, look at this. It's like, come on, dog. Like, what are we doing?
If it's
No,
like
don't do
moving into the top 10 of that list all time, maybe. Top 5. Or
Right.
He now has the record, as you were talking about, Mike. Most triple doubles in NBA history. Okay, make a damn graphic. Moving past MJ, it was like from what, 21st to 20th or 20th to 19th or something like that? Who cares?
I
It's not
thought
like
it was
that's
like
what
lower
MJ
than that,
was
but go
known
ahead.
for. It's not like triple doubles were MJ's thing. You know what his thing was? Winning.
Yeah, you're right, Peck. We all know MJ wasn't half the rebounder that Josh Giddey is. We have the triple-double list. We just looked at it. We just saw it.
Talk about such
Let's
an
go,
incomplete
Mike. Let's
player.
go, Mike.
Big Dave's loving it, man. He finally got some back up. Oh, man. I'm here on Peck's side and Mike's here on Big Dave's side. You love to see it. And you see, look, nobody's getting ready to
No. I'm on the side of chaos. I'm on the side of chaos, bro.
Oh, man. Oh, well, then you definitely need to come
Chaos,
to
that's
Discord
it.
sometime, man.
I don't care nothing
Chaos is
about
the name
none of that.
place.
I don't care nothing about none of that.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, no, man. Like I agree with you guys. I definitely, like somebody just said, I think it's my guy Justin. He runs the Bulls Lead page on Twitter. If you guys are watching, give him a follow on Bulls Lead. But he said, where is it? God damn it, my fucking mouse just froze. He said if they don't post it though, if they don't post that, then Giddey might think, do the Bulls even care? I think it's a fair question. Like, I do get the side of like
When you got $25 million a year, that shows you they care.
As Don Draper would say, that's
Yo,
what
check
the money
shows you.
is for.
Oh, shout out Don Draper and Madman. Kirk is gonna love that, man. That's a good line.
They didn't
That's
make
a good
enough
line.
social media posts bragging about my stat line. I feel hurt. Get out.
Well, he is Gen Z, isn't he?
Please.
It probably would hurt his feelings.
Nonsense.
Oh my God.
Might go
Get
to
your
the
money,
safe
bro.
space
Get
after.
your money. He good.
But no, I mean, for everyone
been
watching,
guilty.
I know we're talking crazy, but like I do like Josh Giddey. I do like what he's doing. Like people lose the nuance in these conversations. Like they think when you're critiquing somebody or
Sure.
just saying where they can improve, that all of a sudden now it means that you're their biggest hater. I think everybody on this podcast has openly, admitted what like Josh Giddey's strengths and where we like him. There's just room to improve, and you can say that about literally any player. So it doesn't mean that we're hating on the dude when we're talking about these things right now. I feel like we have to say that these days for
we
people.
were talking on most of our post games this past road trip about like, man, did you see Josh hitting all those threes off the dribble? Like, way to go, Josh!
Step
Like,
backs.
Coming
step back
around
three recently,
screens,
yeah.
step backs, DHO, pull up threes. Like, I'm not blind. I will acknowledge when Josh grows his game in ways that are encouraging, even for his skeptics.
Yes.
It's like there are nuances to the conversation, and it's not like I am just bashing him 100% of the time.
No.
I still have doubts about him being a foundational piece of a championship
99.
quality team.
Fair
And I
doubts,
think
man.
it's fair to have doubts about that, but I guess not to some people. But when he plays well or does something new and different that's good, I will always acknowledge that, as I have.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the negative things always pick up more traction. But I mean,
Of course.
again, we acknowledge all the time. I was just saying, I think at the top of this episode, I mean, Giddey had 17 assists And he's on a team where on the floor, he's got Gershon Yabusele, Trey Jones. No disrespect, the boy is hooping.
Yeah.
Last game, Trey Jones was 10 of 11
Yeah,
from
bro.
the field. Trey Jones was 10 of 11 from the field against the Clippers, no threes. I got 2 words for you. Josh Giddey. Trey Jones isn't going out there going 10 of 11 from the field because he's an excellent shot creator. All due respect to Trey Jones. These guys are getting open looks because Giddey is finding them with passes on time, with pace. And again, he's not afraid to look for his own shot. So I think Giddey deserves as much credit as we're giving him, which is a lot for a guy creating a ton of offense for a team that doesn't really have anywhere else to go. So there's only so much credit you can give a guy when a team is obviously not a winning squad. But I think Giddey's getting the appropriate amount of credit. It does seem like we're being hard on him a little bit, but again, it's just because the team as a whole is not doing well. But I'm not sure how much more credit we could give to him.
And yeah, I think that's the expectation. And even though I see people say all the time, well, it's, he's not a max contract player. He's making 25 mil. He doesn't need to be that guy. Don't put those expectations on him. Okay, then who is the guy? That's kind of my question always is who's the guy? If it's not Josh, who's the guy who he's going to be setting up? Is it Modest? Is it somebody who's not here yet? In the meantime, we know how important he is to this team, so we're going to continue to critique him like he is.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, the Giddey's contract isn't so crazy, so I think it's kind of unfair to keep more expectations than he currently has. But I do think we know the answer is the Bulls don't have a guy. And that's why I'm so excited for this upcoming draft lottery. I think it's pretty clear that you're going to find the guy if you can get into that top 4. But it is good we get the rest of the season to see if Matas can be that guy. And I think games like that 41-point explosion against Golden State shows you that Matas can handle that type of offensive load while still being an impactful defender, which is really what this season should have been about the whole time.
Bang. Well said, sir. Absolutely right.
Bang.
Anything that Modest is doing, anything that he does, is what we're going to be critiquing, is what we're going to be looking at, is what we're going to be micromanaging and studying and picking apart, because we're looking at him like, you can be that dude. And that's how you treat guys who you have that potential for. Like, if the Bulls do get a top 4 guy, we're going to do him the same exact way. You're going to be nitpicking, you're going to be looking at everything, you're going to be deciding what he is, what he can't do, and all this other stuff about it. For me, that's the exciting, fun thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Is when you get to that level and you know that you have some true talent and some true stars, like, and potentially on your team. We don't want to sit and nitpick guys who were like, I don't want to nitpick Nick Richards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sit there and do that. Like, I want to break down a Giddey. I want to break down even a Leonard Miller. Like, I want to break down potentially just because of what, he might be able to. But the micromanaging and the picking apart and watching more, like when you go, like Mike, you probably do this. Like when you go to a Bulls game and you're sitting and you're watching them warm up, there are players that you're watching more than the other. And it's probably, guys like Modest Muzelis and Josh Giddey, just to see what those guys do and how they approach and, what shot they take and, who do they talk to? Like all that stuff you study and you look at when you're watching because of the potential of this player and what it could be for your basketball team, man. So that's the exciting part of this when you're watching this is the potential. It's just we're waiting for that potential to come to fruition. You know what I'm saying, with this team. Because as Matt said, me and him been at this almost 10 years, bro. So we've been at this a long time. So and we haven't missed a game. You know what I'm saying? Like we watched it all
respect.
And seen it all. So we understand what, in some instances, of what we're looking at. I'm not putting it out there like we, end all, be all, know everything. Cats. That is not the issue here. But it's just that we sit here and we watch it. And we know what we're trying to see and what we're looking at. Matt might have a different perspective from what I'm looking at, and I might have a different perspective from what he's looking at. But damn it, that's why we do the show.
And that's
why
good.
Together
that's
and
how you learn.
But yes, no, it's great. It's great. That's why I love all the Discord. I love all that stuff and the debates and all that things. Like, great, fine. Happy with, but because I don't fun for that. But I'm from here, so I don't really take it when people say stuff to me on the chat. I'm like, well, if you got a problem with me, you'll say it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I get
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, not
But
all that
in
keyboard
a
shit.
Bulls take, no, I don't do the keyboard warrior thing.
Exactly. You
But
real.
I
I
understand
peep
that
it.
you might have an issue with the tape or something like that, and that's when I like having discussion. I remember
Yes.
when I told people online, bro, that Trey Jones, and Matt remembers this well, when I told them Trey Jones is the best pure point guard on the Chicago Bulls.
Brace
I
yourself.
remember when I said, and I conceded, and people lost it because they thought I was telling them that Trey Jones was better than Josh Giddey.
How dare
And I
Kelder
was
you?
would love
like,
to
that
hear
is
this.
How
no
dare
way what
you,
I'm
Dave?
saying.
How dare
And
you?
then when I said that's how they were acting, and I said
Yes.
to someone, I was like, okay, if I tell you Kirk Heinrich is a better pure point guard than Derrick Rose, you think I'm telling you he's better than Derrick Rose? I was
No.
like, that's not what I'm telling you, bro. I'm like,
No.
just looking at the position and how it was being played and the things that were being handled on the floor. I was like, it's Trey Jones and things like that. So again, I didn't mind having that argument in debates. I really enjoyed it. I actually, and I like having those discussions.
Though
But
that's what
overall, but
makes
I
it
got
all so good.
all that to say. Right, I got all that to say. Simply, you're gonna watch certain guys differently when you're
Yes.
trying, to nitpick and figure out who can be the person leading this team and what stars the team may have.
Yes. Absolutely, man. You spitting, Big Dave. This is what I'm saying. This is
What he
what
did.
conversation does, man. Like I've already learned so much in this past hour, and damn, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Time flies when you're speaking ball. But no, I've learned so much in an hour and a half just from shutting up and listening to different perspectives, things that we might agreed on, or things that I just hadn't thought of before. But like just having
Mike saying crazy
conversation.
stuff about Patrick Williams.
Yeah, man. You know,
Peck refusing
it's
to acknowledge how awesome triple doubles are.
that's what it's all about,
Insanity.
man.
He's a big hater. He's a big hater, Mike.
I think that
They
what's the
hate it,
quote
Mike.
says,
They hate it.
there's a saying goes like never trust a man that knows every answer or something. If somebody tells you they know the answer, don't trust them. Trust the guy that says I don't know
Yeah, that's
because you
facts.
never.
Yeah,
That's all life is. We don't know anything about life. There are no facts in life. We just have a bunch of theories. So everything is open to interpretation at all times, man. You don't
You were
know
trying to set
shit.
me up for an AK
yeah,
joke there,
all
but
of it.
guess what? I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait, Guilty.
There,
Not
there is
taking it.
there is one fact that will stand the test of time until the universe. The Rhinestones need to sell this team. That's a fact.
And that's a damn
That's a
fact.
fact. I think
damn
that's a fact
fact.
that all Bulls fans can. There is the common ground. I think, save for maybe people that have the last name Reinsdorf. Yeah.
We have a question for you, Peck. Just because I don't want I want your integrity to be upheld here. So
Oh, no,
I don't
my
want you to be
integrity.
accused of doubting. Yeah, I don't want you to be accused of ducking any smoke. So it says, where'd it go? That you didn't address, I think, Asenge. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, didn't get to hear any bad takes from Peck on Asenge. I don't think he was mentioned. How do you feel about Noah, Peck? Are you saying bad things about Noah on CHGO or something?
Unless you consider it a bad thing to say we basically still have no idea what this kid's going to be in the
I mean,
NBA.
the truth.
We watched him in summer league. Wasn't great.
Oh boy.
Had flashed a couple things that were interesting. Maybe had potential. We obviously know
Maybe,
that
key word.
the frame is there, but yeah, maybe. Then he, played a handful of Windy City games. He got 6 NBA minutes of garbage time. What? No, I don't have a take on Noah Asenge right now because we haven't seen him play in the
Yes.
NBA.
To have a take on him would be asinine. I mean, we had this talk with Undisputed in the Discord because he's saying that for people who were saying that, we don't know if people who are just doubting if Noah's going to be good. Now, I do think it's too far when fans say he's a bust. You can't call him a
No,
bust.
I
because of what you
push
just said.
back
We
on people
don't
who are
know-
calling
yeah.
him a bust. You don't know
We
that
don't know
yet.
if he's good or bad.
Yeah.
But like he's saying, like, he's going to be good. We don't know that.
We also don't know that yet either, do we?
He's had like you said, like 90 seconds of NBA playing time, and they were scared minutes of playing time.
To
And
like
he's out
stand
here-
firmly on a take about what Noah Asenge is going to be at the NBA level now, given what we know and much more largely don't know, is absurd.
aggressively optimistic. Yeah, and if you don't say he's going to be good, then you're a liar and a blasphemer.
Well, I am
So
those
that's-
things, Guilty. I'm always both of those.
I love that so much, Pet. Good answer, man. Jesus. I already threw my hat, or else I'd throw it again for you. Oh, shout out my guy, Rob McGuire, man. He said, hey, Peck rocking my favorite DeMar t-shirt.
That's right, baby. King in the
Shout
fourth.
out, man.
That was a
You
fun
know,
month,
hopefully-
wasn't it?
You see, I was about to say, and hopefully we get back to some years of just not having fun months. So perfect. Literally, man. I just want fun years again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can we be done talking about February? Boy, what a fun month that was, filled with so much promise. Hey, remember when we were tied for the first seed in the East that one time?
Jesus.
And all the while we're scraping out wins against mid teams because DeMar was doing Wilt Chamberlain-like things as far as his
Literally
scoring and
scraping.
efficiency and beating up on bum squads and losing to most of the good teams.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun half a season.
Yes. Yes, man.
Some of
And
us
we won a
some of us
playoff
want
game.
more and better.
They did win a playoff game. Don't forget that.
Who could forget that split in Milwaukee? Oh, and dude, honestly, Dave and I had a blast watching that game. The gentleman's sweep victory in 22. Had a blast watching that game. It's just like, could we get some more, please?
Yeah,
Could
we have more
could we
of
get
that.
some more of those?
I'm
And
kind of
it's
with you,
like,
Mike.
nope.
Earlier, you were saying how you want to see us. You want to see this team like go to the play, and like next year, if we get a good pick in the draft, I'm not gonna lie, I would be down to see what they could do in the play, and I wouldn't be mad at it. Like I'd rather us not, so we can keep continuing to try to get good pieces in the draft. But if they ended up making the play in, cool, and then let the young guys play in the play in though. Like don't put out veterans out there. Like let the young guys lead the way in the play in, so you can see what you actually have.
Oh, they're bringing Vooch back in the offseason, buddy.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I think we
You're
had
not
somebody
gonna-
in the chat asking
You're not
for
going to
Iowa
finally
back.
get over that Heat playing tournament hump if you don't get Vooch back on that floor.
Yeah, man. This fan base.
No, but I think I'm with you on that. Look, I think we know just that this team and the people who run it will refuse to actually be bad on purpose for a full season. They've already seen what the building looks like towards the tail end of this season. It's empty. It's not empty, but for Bulls standards, it's thinner. You can tell.
Good.
And
good.
they're
I
not.
hope they listen.
Exactly. But hey, you know what? I've almost given up entirely on the whole
I've been preaching that for so
Bulls
long.
fans, if you
Pat.
want better, then stop showing up.
Stop
Stop
supporting.
buying. Stop showing up. Because guess what? You can still listen to your favorite Bulls podcasts, plural. You can still watch the team. Stream it illegally if you want. Yay, piracy. I don't care.
Even better. Even better.
You can still be an engaged fan without giving them any of your money. That will always be true. But that aside, they're not. So because they still want fans to be at least quasi interested to keep the building full, they're not going to be very, very bad on purpose next year. I don't think. It's kind
see, I
of
think
looking like a
there's
weaker draft class. Not as many prizes at the top as this year's draft class.
Yeah.
If they're fun and like frisky and Modest and Josh look good and whoever their rookie is looks good and sure go to the play-in tournament. Like I just knew that. My God, how bad would it be if they went there for a fourth straight year? Like that's just inexcusable malpractice
It's
of
hell.
what the hell is your organization doing?
Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah.
I mean, quite literally insanity.
But it's okay. They're out of the middle now because we're going to draft 10th instead of 12th. It's going to be great.
Oh fuck. So is there no way at all for us to hop into the top 4 in this draft now? Or
No,
it's
they
very-
still have
very
like a
slim
20.
chances?
I believe they have a 20% chance right now to hop into the top.
In risk,
All right.
in risk
A lot
of
of it.
falling to 14% if they fall behind Milwaukee in the takedown standings.
Yeah, see, this is okay. So we want these guys to
So,
lose. And so,
you
like,
know,
I got undisputed,
stack
saying wanting them to
some
lose
Ls.
already is loser shit. It's not loser shit. To me, I think real loser shit is wanting them to win every game for no reason. It's like ego winning. Like, what are we winning for when the team isn't good? You just want to say we won, but we're not getting anywhere. I think wanting the team to lose these games right now in order to win later. I mean, I already harped on about it, but it's not.
Well, I think
loser
he
shit,
was
I'm just
referring
moving.
to next year too, but it's like this is the thing about dealing with hypotheticals. It goes back to the fan, how you want a fan. It's like some people want the team to lose a lot next year so the Bulls can have a top pick again next year.
Yes.
Some people want the Bulls to win a lot because they think the Bulls can win the NBA championship. That's kind of wild, but you're allowed to think
Very
whatever
wild.
for next year because we have no clue what'll happen. But wanting the team to lose games next year is like loser stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, technically it is quite literally loser stuff. But I think if you're ignoring why they want them to lose the games, then you're just going to be angry all day, every day, man. It's like they want to lose so they can get a higher draft pick, so they can have better players, so the team can win. It's nothing more than that.
I think our pal Fred said something about that 7th banner in 2027, right? That means next year they're going to figure it out, Mike. It's going to happen.
Yeah. And actually, someone said guilty. You're arguing with a brick wall.
Oh,
I just gotta say, that kind of to a large extent, it is kind of what you're doing. That's why it is funny that he has such strong opinions with no pushback there.
It ain't just him, though. It ain't just Undisputed. I've been doing that in that Discord for like the past like year and a half, 2 years, of people who just have extremely strong opinions, and like anyone who thinks differently is an asshole or they're wrong. So at least Undisputed's open about it.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Too, if I'm arguing with a brick wall, call me the Kool-Aid man. I'm gonna get through. We gonna get you to have some damn nuance, Undisputed. If it's the last thing I do. Call me the Kool-Aid man on phone.
But hey, that's why everybody loves it. The owners and the franchise loves it, because that Debanza jersey is going to fly off of the shelves because of people, the fans like we talking about right now.
Passionate, man.
Bulls fans love their Kool-Aid, man. Ooh, boy, were they drinking it earlier this season.
You can't learn if everybody thinks the same exact way, man. Like, that's not how it happens. You've got to have differing opinions on things, because at least that's how I learned.
Bugs all have the same opinions.
Yeah, bro. Like, sure, they're one common goal, and they're moving towards one thing, and then a lot of them die on that way to that common goal. If I'm talking about a sports thing, I'm gonna be like, well, that's why I love talking to Will Gottlieb so much, because he and I will have different opinions and takes on things, but we sit there and we debate it and we talk about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, why do you feel that way? And he'll see it. I'll see it from his opinion, and then he'll see it from my opinion. And I'm like, and then we'll take it home, and then we'll bring it back the next day and be like, man, I was thinking about what you said on this one right here, and I think you might be right on this one. This is why this. So I think you might be wrong because this, and this. It's just simple how you learn stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the point of it. Like, you don't know everything, and you're not supposed to. Like, as the saying goes, man, I know enough to know that I don't know shit. Like, that's the point of it. You know what I mean?
God bless you, man.
To sit there and to continue to learn, bro. If you feel like you know it all, you're not growing. You're just simply not growing anymore, bro. Like, you just don't know, because that means you don't know. You simply don't know. So
they say the only way to grow old.
I'm gonna disagree.
Yes. They say a man doesn't grow old until the day he stops learning. Like, you can literally learn something until the day you die. That's what makes life so beautiful, is constantly having new information told to you. And you're like, oh, damn, I just learned something new. What fun is life if you already got all the damn answers? That's boring. You don't know shit either.
You're only as old as your ability to process new information.
That's
that simple.
I've learned so much this past hour and a half. Come say hi. My girl's here. So we watch your guys' show together. She always loves when you say full ass. She loves fucking Peck.
Oh, I apologize.
She loves Will's slick back hair. So like, she over here acting shy. I'm telling her to come say hi. We're getting ready to go to dinner, so we're gonna end here soon.
Oh, that's right. Guilty's got big dinner.
Okay.
Come say hi to Big Dave and Peck and Mike, man.
Hello.
Hey,
what up?
Yeah, you
What's
can't hear
happening?
you, but yeah, I guess they can hear you say hi. Yeah, but we're always watching the show together.
Tell I said full ass.
Hold on, I'm gonna take I can't take the AirPod out. He said, Big Dave said full ass. Thank you, guys.
I'm really, really jealous. You got some cool dinner plans. Meanwhile, I'm just getting ready to fire up these Josh Giddey triple-double highlights pack. As soon as I'm done here, get back to watching those.
That sounds like a win and a win, just different kinds of wins.
Preach, Peck.
Yeah.
Preach.
But no, you're not gonna watch Patrick Williams 0 for 7 highlights that he put up, so we're not gonna watch those?
A little too soon. Quite legitimately too soon. Was that last night? Too soon.
I tell you what, Dave, if he only needs to play 3.5 minutes a night, he could maybe still kind of almost be a useful player.
Shout out to my guy Luke, 0 for 7, but he played some great defense. And guess what? You won't hear about that.
Man.
Haters, you won't hear about the great defense because haters all
Talk
over.
to
We
him,
heard
boy.
about it. People were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, talk about grasping at straws. Come on.
Okay, gentlemen. But yeah, this was absolutely. I did not plan on being here for almost 2 hours. I want to thank you guys so much, man. Like, I can't stress enough like how much I value your guys' works. And being on here today, just I value who you guys are as people. So much more. You know what I mean? Like, you have great basketball takes, but just listening to the things you guys have said today, man, like you guys are just great human beings. And once again, I feel like that gets lost in so much of our sports world where people can't separate sports and entertainment too. Like we get guys who are mad at Peck for throwing his hat, and I tell them it's part of the entertainment factor of his show. You guys have an entire audience that tune in for you to throw your hat. So I just think we live in a time where people can't separate their own bias on things and their opinions on things from the people that they're watching. So truly, much love to both of you, man. And thank you for being here with me, Mike Walton, on my first episode, man. Like you said, man. Big Dave, I feel like P. Will out here I feel like Modest getting to grow through my mistakes. We ain't throwing no middies in the trash on this pod.
Yes.
But like, seriously, thank you guys so much for this episode, man. I've learned so much from you guys today.
Well, first, quick clarification. I mean, it may have devolved into a bit, but no, I throw hats because I'm a crazy fan who gets really heated about stuff.
Keyword fan.
Dave will vouch for that. Like, it's just, it's become a whole thing. I got a bucket of them to throw when I get cranky, but like, no.
You should.
I started throwing hats because I was sick of breaking my remote controls. That's kind of how the whole thing started.
Honestly, it's healthy. I'd
and
rather
he
throw a hat
broke
than a
a TV.
With
the hat.
And now that's a fan. You're telling me that's a fake fan? The man loves the team so much he gets pissed and breaks his TV. That's a fake fan? That's a real fan. He ain't out here arguing.
Not one of those staged TikTok videos. Like, no. Like,
yeah, man. Real passion.
Oh
my
God.
You're not out here arguing in the comments.
Because I lost this bet against the spread and then put it on Twitter. But no, much more importantly, thank you so much, first of all, for the invite. So happy to be here and chop it up with y'all. We'll come on anytime, whenever the invitation is thrown our way. We're always happy to do this with our fellow Bulls fans and people who make content for their fellow Bulls fans in this community. There's never too much of it, honestly. And we got a nice little Saturday, Sunday break from the Bulls this weekend. But honestly, I was looking forward to this. And as you mentioned earlier, we're going to hop on with Justin in like an hour and talk some more. Because that's, Dave and I are sickos who can't get enough of this stuff.
You guys are going to have a great time with him and Sal.
We truly appreciate all Bulls fans, even those who disagree, even though they tune in to maybe hate watch because they don't like me. I'm fine. Great. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Appreciate your passion. Appreciate your fandom. And for the love of God, let's all just always try to remember that what we all want is to root for quality basketball and to someday maybe see another championship or championships before we all die. Some of us got more time left than others, but that's what this is all about, is being a sports fan. I want chips, or I at least want to contend for them. And until we aren't doing that, I will continue to do what I do, which is loudly state that we aren't doing that.
That's
right. I want to say shout out to Gilty doing a great job hosting today. Shout out to Bulls RoundTable for giving us the space. Make sure to check out Bulls RoundTable. I'll be having an AJ DeBanza story probably going up tomorrow, most likely, but... we got a lot of great stuff coming. I did want to say I'm from the school of Stephen A. Smith, so hate what I say all I want. Just click the link. Tell me how much you hate me, Come join the discussion. Just do like I got Undisputed. Come tell me why my take is bad, please.
Tell me why I suck.
I would love
I'll give that to Undisputed. He brings it to you. He's not doing it underhandedly. You know what you get. What you see is what you get with Undisputed. Like, he brings it to to you.
I've never been unsure of how he feels about me and my basketball takes.
And I can appreciate that. Yeah,
absolutely.
This was a lot of fun, guys.
I love all y'all.
Thank you, Big Dave.
I love all y'all. I appreciate all y'all. Mike, you know how long we've been cool, bro. Gilty, I truly appreciate you, man, for real. And, definitely like I told you, same thing Matt said, you need it. Just let us know. We're there. Apologize for my connection. I didn't have my laptop with me this weekend, so apologize for my connection.
The connection we had on here
better next time.
Brother.
People can't handle the handsomeness of Dave's full HD.
But yeah. Hey man, not many people can. I get it. But I'm thankful to do this every day. I'm lucky to do this every day.
Yes, sir.
The fact that people want to actually listen to and talk with Matt and I about the Bulls will never not be wild to me. The fact that people know us because of that will never not be wild to me.
Inspired by you.
I'll never grasp it. Yeah, I'll never understand that or grasp that, but I am completely thankful for it, and I appreciate you all for it, man. And yeah, man, yes, God bless you all, and I appreciate you all. That like us, that don't, that hate us, that love us, whatever. It's room for all y'all. And we appreciate y'all, being with us, man, because we cannot do it without any one of that. We can't do this
Yes.
without any of that. Same with Mike. Same with Guilty. They can't do what they do without any of that, man. So yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
deeply, deeply appreciate that. I'm always down to talk. On Twitter, you hit me up, you're gonna get responded to, bro. Like
Dave,
I don't think I've turned anything down.
can we so I had my guy Rob in there. We've had a couple guys.
Hey, what up,
Can
Rob?
the people know? Will Big Dave and Peck ever make an appearance in the Bulls HQ Discord? Because I think
What-
that it would be amazing to have.
I
them
don't
there.
know. Based on what I've heard, you relay to me, Guilty. Like I don't want to mess with the safe space of the Peck haters.
No, you
within
need
the
to
Bulls
mess with
fan
the safe
community.
space. No.
If that's their safe space, then I don't want to, infringe
No.
upon that.
There's only a few. There's you have a lot of people who love what you're doing there, man. So like truly, if you guys ever come in there, man, it'll be a great time. I know the space will be grateful for it. Because just talking ball with you guys today,
Okay,
man, I
bet.
feel like it was like healing for my soul, man. Like it was like soul food talking with y'all today. So I think the fan and the community needs that in general from y'all, man. This was great, truly.
Hey, that's how you know Guilty ready to go eat. He keep saying food things now. That man ready to go eat, brother.
Hey, my
Go
girl
get
looking
his
like a
grub on.
snack, man. I'm ready to,
Listen,
I'm
I
ready to
have
chow
made
down, man.
reservations, but I'm trying to eat a bite too between this and doing our next Bulls podcast. So
Facts, man.
let's wrap this up.
I do have shout out to our guy Gavin. We wouldn't be here without him. Shout out to Kevin Lou. I think Andre Batch, just the whole RoundTable community. Shout out to my Discord for those of you guys who tuned in today, man. Like shout out to y'all. I see 6 people up here, so I hope more than 6 of y'all came through. They be talking all that shit like, oh, we can't wait to see you do your thing, Guilty. And then only 6 people show up. So thank you to the 6 who did come. Hopefully next time we have more. But I guess this is my first time doing like a sponsor ad. So this is for my guy Gavin. I want to tell all the viewers to join the online community that we do have at the Bulls Roundtable. It's free. It's free. You guys can come in there and make community posts. It's damn near just like posting on X these days. You come in there, and then there's also a bunch of articles from our writers. It's really fun and interactive. But yeah, he says it's a free online community where the Bulls fans can find access to their favorite team at practice, locker rooms, and games, and share their own thoughts on our community posts. We have a website and a free app. And there's other communities like the Bears, Cubs, Sox, Blackhawks, etc. So it's a really cool thing we're building there on the Bulls Roundtable. Like you said, it's a community. And I'm just so blessed and so honored to have, oh, my God, my boy Mark K just joined. I'm sorry, Mark. You see, that's my big brother, man. I just lost my whole train of thought. But I'm so honored to have been able to, start building a Bulls Roundtable community with you 3 gentlemen, man. Like, this is seriously I just feel blessed right now, man. Like, truly. And shout out to my big bro, Mark K, man. Thank you for coming through.
Mark
you
K.
come through when we're ending, Mark. But that's
Just
okay. We're going to have
just when
Mark
you thought
on
he
here.
was out. The Bulls pulled him back in. He made a
We had him
cameo
on the last show,
on our
baby.
1 a.m. post game
Oh,
last night. Although for him it was whatever.
Oh, wait, he was on there
Australian
last
normal
night?
time of day. Yeah. Mark joined us last night.
We're
Sure
going to be
was.
watching that when we get back from
Bulls
dinner
Clippers.
tonight. You best
Or
believe.
no, I guess that was 2 nights ago now. What day is it? I don't know. Oh my God.
I feel that.
I
that.
need the season to end.
Yeah,
Oh
I think
my
we
God.
all do.
But yeah,
Cool.
dude, shout out to you guys on this awesome new platform. Can't wait to tune in
Thank you, man.
and just check out what you guys are doing. Michael and Guilty, what an amazing combo of Bulls
Thank you,
people
man.
to be doing
Appreciate it,
stuff
man.
and making more content for Bulls fans out there. And whenever you've exhausted any and all other resources, guests, whatever, and circle back, we're always around.
No, I'll call you guys back before we call anybody else back. Like, truly, like, thank you guys so much, man.
Hey, no, thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right, Bulls Nation. Well, and Mark K in Australia, he forgot his Bulls HQ login.
Love
To
you,
all
Mark.
of you, to all of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Go check out. I feel like I don't got to tell you guys to go watch CHGO. I feel like if you're in here, you already watched CHGO. But just in case you haven't, go check out their episode from last night and a few nights ago. I know we're going to be watching it when we get back from dinner. So truly, thank you guys for all being here for this episode. And hey, man, we'll see you at the next one. See you, Red.
Peace.